Ever since I was a young boy, going back to 1995, one of my um, earliest memories, one of my earliest memories was watching the 1995 Champions League game and final involving Ajax. And ever since that game, there has been a love affair that I have had with this competition. And I've come to know that this competition represents the very excellence, the very best. I love all football. I respect the Premier League, La Liga, Serie, and so forth, but there is something special about the Champions League. There is something special about this competition. There is something about this competition that when you win it, it's something special because it is the defining factor. 2012, this channel was still early on in its infancy, so I couldn't really enjoy 2012. And obviously, 2008, this channel did not exist. So I didn't know how long it would be before Chelsea would be in a Champions League final. And here's the thing. We will pop bottles. We will pop bottles. But I am struggling to find the right words right now. I'm struggling to find the right words right now because I did not believe that we would be here. I talked up down and everything, but I didn't actually believe that we would be here. And all that's in my mind right now, and I swear to you, I am being as real as I possibly can. All that's in my head right now is we can't lose. We cannot lose that final. Under no circumstance can we lose that final. Failure is not an option. We have come too far. I have come too far. I have suffered too much. I've taken too much abuse for us to get this far and lose that final. I know it's a long ways away and so forth, and we will celebrate. Of course, we'll celebrate. But this, I'm telling you my raw emotions right now. My emotions right now is, oh my God, we're in the final. We're actually in the final. Mixed with, we can't lose. I will not accept a loss. So I'm sort of a bit scared and I'm already weird and nervous right now. So my emotions are mixed because I'm like, oh my God, Chelsea are actually in the Champions League final. They're in the bloody final. And all that stands in a way is that freaking dude. So Thomas Tuchel, I thank you. I humbly thank you for your tactics, your strategy, your coaching, and your guidance. Under Francis, I was depressed, I was angry, and it was in an emotional roller coaster. And it was some very, very horrible times because there was a civil war. You came and you saved this club. You saved my sanity. And what you've done since you've come has been amazing. What you've done over these 2 legs has been quite outstanding. The level of, and we will go deep, the level of tactics you have employed over these 2 legs has been absolutely outstanding and incredible. I am shocked at the impact you made in such a short time. So for you, Tuchel, this, my friend, is for you. We are not popping bottles yet because I'm greedy. We celebrate and I had a drink for Tuchel and no, one more drink. This one more drink is for the team. No. We're going to do 2 more drinks. This is for Kante. I never want to hear any crap about how Kante can cover the air surface and he has amazing stamina. Kante, you are a footballer. You are the heart and soul of this team. And this just proves how critical you are for this team because you were instrumental in both goals. Instrumental, and we'll go deep. You were absolutely fully instrumental in both of those goals. And Kante, the Lord will bless you. You are a legend. This is for you. And finally, this is for the team. Mendy, Christensen, Rudiger, Azpilicueta, Chilwell, Mount, Werner, Pulisic, Havertz, what an amazing game, Jorginho, everybody that's contributed to this effort. This is for you because that was what I call an superb team performance. Guys, I cannot believe what Chelsea just did to Real Madrid. I can't believe what they just did to Real Madrid. I mean, Chelsea completely and easily sorted these guys out. I'll keep it real with you. They completely and totally sorted these guys out. The ease with which Chelsea defended Real Madrid, the ease with which they completely nullified them and really made them to look old and washed was outstanding. But guys, this all starts with Thomas Tuchel. It begins with Thomas Tuchel, which is why earlier today, when I had some psychopaths, some xenophobic psychopaths in the English media who wanted to somehow attach Francis to this, I got angry because that is uncalled for. Today of all days, that is uncalled for, of how you want to now try to attach Francis to this. No. Tuchel came in and drastically, and I mean drastically, changed this entire team. This team bears zero resemblance to what it was under Francis. It is a completely new team with players brought back into the fold, playing a totally different way and a totally different psychology. Mount is a different player. Mount is a completely different man. But one constant is N'Golo Kante. Because we will preach about this man. We will talk about this man and we will give this man his flowers right now. Because this man deserves his flowers. Because months ago, there were Chelsea fans that said Kante was overrated, that Kante is not that good, that Kante is crap. I want those people jailed. I am bringing up charges, and I want to prosecute those numbskulls who dared question N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante, you're tier 1. I'm making you tier 1. I'm making you tier 1. I'm making you tier 1. Deal with it. I don't care whether you want to thought or not. I know you're quite a nice guy, but I'm making you tier 1 because that was a superb performance. But guys, for Real Madrid, I'll say it. I'll say it. I mean, we've got Jujuman back in the background there, so I'm sure Jujuman will want to even comment on this, but I'll say it. This is why they miss Cristiano. Say all you want about Cristiano and so forth. Cristiano is a man who will shoot. Whether he takes, he will shoot. Give him the ball, he's looking to shoot. Cross the ball into the box, he's looking to jump up and head that ball into that next. So he's looking to make something happen. And for Real Madrid, it was nice football and nice play, flicks and tricks here, but there was no penetration. There was no incisiveness. And the job that Azpilicueta did on Hazard was exemplary. Chelsea without the ball was superb. Disciplined, kept their shape, and they gave Real no space. The amount of times Real just went sideways, because if they tried to go through the middle, they would just get choked through. So for Real Madrid, I just think it was a case of where Chelsea forced them into that difficulty, and there were no individuals that could really come up and actually truly change the course of the game. Like Benzema tried his best, and then Mendy came up with a huge freaking save. But this, I think everything goes back to Tuchel. Because once I look at that, is training, is coaching, is management, is team, is looking towards an ideal. We saw those clowns, PSG, yesterday, and we saw how disgraceful those guys were. The coaching is very important because we're dealing with football. We're dealing with a very, very complex sport, and a sport that is so complicated with so many different variables. You must have a level of discipline. Of course, you balance discipline with freedom and to interpret yourself, but you must have discipline. But guys, let's look at like that first goal. Kante. He set that up. He forced the movement. And because remember, the key thing is decision making. He was the one that made the right pass at the right time and the properly weighted pass to Havertz that set him up. And for Havertz, that was it. Because I don't think Courtois wasn't expecting that. That's why Couture went to. That's why Couture was not expecting, because nobody expected for Havertz to actually do like a little dig. And thank the Lord. If Werner had missed that, I think I would have turned off the TTV. If Werner had missed that, I would have turned off the TV, and Werner would have needed to retire. So thank the Lord that Werner was able to score that. But really, that goal came from Kante. That goal was produced from Kante. And for the second one, again, Mount, right place, right time. Congratulations to Mount, and that was quality. So Mount Kilimanjaro, we see you. Mount Kilimanjaro, we see you. The guy is improving with every game. But that Mount goal was created by Kante and Pulisic. Kante was the guy who reacted first, got to the ball, drove through, made the right pass to Pulisic, and Pulisic, he remained composed. He could have rushed his shot, rushed the thing and got to the set, but he remained composed, set himself up, waited for where Mount was, and made the right pass in a difficult position. Because I'll show you the analysis afterwards. In a difficult position, he made the right pass to Mount. But guys, overall, that was Chelsea were comfortable. Chelsea controlled both legs. Chelsea controlled both legs, and it is so dramatic how different this team has been from what they were years before and years prior. It's a different team. It is a completely different team. Because under Frank Homeboy, this was not the same freaking team. This is a huge achievement. It's a monumental achievement, and you even saw how emotional it was for Jorginho when he bound there. But for Real Madrid, I think because coming into this, people thought that, and I as well, I was like, Real Madrid's experience. And their experience will wear them through. But I think what Real Madrid underestimated, what Zidane underestimated, and what I underestimated was this is a tough team to beat. 11v11, because with West Brom it was 10v11. 11v11, this is a tough team to beat. And this is a tough team to break down. You see, May 29th is a long way away. So we'll deal with May 29th when it comes. But as of right now, Tuchel has built a beast. This is a beast of a team. This is an absolute beast of a team that has just shown how tough and how difficult they are to break down. And they deserve it. They deserve to be in that CL final based on what they did against Atletico, what they did against FC Porto, and what they've done against the freaking mighty Real Madrid, where many people thought Real would win. Many people thought Real would win, man. So Chelsea and the CL final, guys. Hashtag semis minimum. I was clowned. I was abused. I was ridiculed. Receipts were brought out and so forth. And I don't have the last laugh yet, but I can laugh. I don't have the last laugh yet because a final still needs to be played, which is why I say I'm not going to celebrate because no, guys. I'm sorry. I am greedy. I'm greedy. I am calm. And I am happy that we're in that final. But guys, the shirt comes off and the party starts if Chelsea can lift up that trophy. But I'm looking at this team. If everybody is fit in this team, every single person, this team has to believe in themselves. These guys have to believe in themselves because once you're in a final, that's it. Once you're in a freaking final, that's it. But football is a funny game. I would have never thought Chelsea would have controlled a Champions League semi-final against Real Madrid for both legs. I've never believed that these guys would have only considered one goal over both legs and kept a clean sheet at the bridge. So maybe that trip to the Ridge was worth it. I told you because I'll tell you one funny thing. When I went to the Ridge to do the preview, I actually forgot my memory card. And I was like, oh my God. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go home. There's no point outside now. No. I feel something here. So yes, I went all the way back home, got my memory card, and I went all the way back. So it was a long-ass trip. But as I know, I have to go to the Ridge because I feel something here. And for me, I need to go to the Ridge for spiritual, because now it's not about spirituality. And I need to go to the Ridge for spiritual guidance. And I was right to go there. Because I felt that my trip to the Ridge helped to give Chelsea the spiritual sustenance to say what's up. It's helped them to give the spiritual sustenance for them to say what's up. But just to round this off, and then I will send out the Hangout link soon. I'll send out the Hangout link soon, man. I'm very impressed by this Chelsea team. And if you're a Real Madrid fan, if you're a Madrid fan, you can't be disappointed. You can't be disappointed. Because I think if what this shows is this team has reached their peak, it's time to revamp. It's time for a dramatic revamp. And they did the best that they could. But I think what this showed, because the ease with which Chelsea controlled Real Madrid, the ease with which they were able to just totally nullify them, has to speak volumes to Perez, to the Madrid fans, that this cycle is over. It's time to reject the whole thing. Same thing with Barcelona. I look at Barcelona, like, and then they had it worse. These guys are getting beaten 8-2, 4-1, and so forth. So I think what will be very key and important is change it up. It's time. It is time to totally rebrand this team. And I think Perez will say to Zidane, because let's see what happens in La Liga, but it's time to rebrand this team and bring in a whole new blood. Kubo, Odegaard, trying to get Haaland, trying to get to Mbappe, totally changing this entire team. But for Chelsea, man, this is the beginning of a journey, man, because this is a young team. And that's what it's telling. It is the old guard against the young bucks. Because for Chelsea, it's a very, very young team. And guys, Havertz had a very good game. And he's a guy who's been much maligned, much abused, but he had a very good game. So it is the old versus the new. It's exciting things, man. So I will send the link to, but let me bring in this your boy in here, man. So do you have you have your mic there, Juju man?
Yes, I have my mic.
Okay, so Juju man, before you go, man, let me just answer some of these dubs, man, and then I'll give you. But guys, I will send the link out soon, man. Don't worry. Let me just answer some of your dubs, man. and then I will, because I want to hear what Juju man says, but let me just answer some of these dubs. So, all right. Okay. All right. From Ivorian Child, haters eating crow HH. Ivorian, man, haters can't show through their faces. Haters dare not show their faces, man, because people have hated. People have hated and people have wished for Chelsea's downfall. But as of right now, haters cannot show their faces. They cannot show their faces. From Whimsical Thought says, Abdullahi's scoreline spot on. Oh, I think he was right. That is a very scary man. That guy is a very scary man. This will be a good final. Hope. Two guys you had problems with, Mount and Timo, does it for your club. Pop those bottles. Look, as I said again, Whimsical Thought, I'm not popping any bottles right now. I'm popping no bottles. All I need to do is wait for the final. Wait for the final to come, and then we can roll through. But yeah, Timo pulled through. Your boy Timo pulled through. Ivorian Charles says, shout out to Roman for sacking Francis. Roman, thank you. Roman, if Roman had sort of been guilt-tripped by the Chelsea fans and we had kept Francis, Chelsea would not be sniffing a final. Chelsea are in a final because of they sacked Francis and sacked him at the right time, and they hired Tuchel, who obviously was the right man to lead them to this final. But Ivorian, the job is not done yet. Ivorian Child says, both Madrid clubs in a pack of cigarettes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Seriously, Chelsea dealt with Atletico and Real, man. Huge dub. Alberto Cardenia says, if Lionel Mount beats Zizou, he's potentially an overnight GOAT. What? Your words, HH. Okay, I need to replay that because I'm not sure about that. Also, Real Madrid would go through if Cristiano was on the pitch. Bro, I was saying it during the stream. Cristiano would have made the difference. And you can see that as good as Real are, you see how much they're missing Cristiano. Man behind the mind says, it's been a minute, but we're back. It's been a minute, but we're back. It's been a minute, but yeah. No, look, man, let's go. No. Man behind the man. It's like, look, man. Well, we're back. It's been a minute, but we're back. It's been a minute, but we're back. But man behind the mind, the job isn't done yet. I need that trophy now. From Dungu Kamal says, I have by saying F off to Lampard and Brexit for football. And now playing in midfield at the highest level is referred to as a Kanteing. Look, Dungu, man, I am so happy that this is the end of Brexit football and we're now seeing proper, modern, comprehensive tactics. Because Brexit football was making me sad. Kante is that dude. Children and kids in the future will be looking towards contests at how to play the midfield role. From Jay Jokin says, if Pep beats you, how long are you hiding for? Jay Jokin, we'll cross the bridge when we get there, but I don't even want to think about that. I don't even want to think of the possibility of that nightmare happening, bro. No way. So please don't. Zoteng TV says, I swear if Chelsea FC let Lep win, I will haunt you. Zoteng TV, we will try our best. We'll try our best, but there is still a long way to go. From Dungo Command says, I have to start by saying, I think you sent that twice already. So Finlay says, Kante just might be the friend Zidane. No, relax. No. Kante is his own player. He's not Zidane. Zidane is different, but Kante and Zidane are different players. Kante is like your heart. Without your heart, you can't function. Kante is the heart of this team. He is what makes this team function. Without him, this team can't function. Once Kante was fully fit, game over. That's it. That's a fully fit Kante, and that's why the guy is that freaking dude. Footy Wizard says, if Kante wins the UCL, horseman. Footy Wizard, relax and chill. We're not there yet. Relax and chill. We're not there. Just please, we are not there yet. Relax and chill. From Brian K02, you call Tuchel a beater. Mount was clutch. No, I call Tuchel a beater because he is, in terms of how he can be controlled as PSG. But that takes nothing away from how he's good as a manager. Just that the environment as PSG was wrong for him. Mount was clutch. No, Mount got the goal. So he's got a goal in the UCL semi. So that is big. I can't call him clutch. Clutch was Kante. Kante is the guy that really came clutch. So I just think that the team as a whole were clutch, man. King Gambani says, induct La Liga. No. La Liga has been shamed, but I can't induct La Liga because after only one season. It's only been one season. I can't just induct them for one season. From Alex B says, fair play, the better team won. # no excuses. Alex B, thank you. Thank you. And Alex B, as I said again, revamp, man. It was a good run. It was a great run by you boys, but I think it's time for you boys to rejig the whole team. Albert Cardenia says, Real Madrid had a double agent. Hazard's last Chelsea game. Hazard wasn't crap. He just wasn't effective. But put it this way, Hazard, I think, did more in this than Neymar did in his own game. It's just that they got shut down. They got shut down, man. So no, there's no double agents. Martin Rosario, thanks for the dub, Martin Rosario. Everything is falling to plan. This is going to be effing biblical. Pop bottles, go ahead. Nothing can stop what's coming. Martin Rosario, I will not fall into that bait. I will not fall into your filthy, stinking bait because you're trying to bait me. Martin, the job is not done yet, and Chelsea will be underdogs against City, who will be the favorites. From Rambo339, who says, I can't believe what I just saw. You better believe it because it happened. Anyway, the Man United v Man City Super Cup final will be a good match. Rambo, man. It could be. It could be Rambo. It could be. We don't know, man. Rambo339 again says, thank you for the dub. Hazard should be sold to Kaiser Chiefs FC. Real Madrid should then buy Paul Pogba and Mahrez if they want to save themselves. They need to totally reject themselves. They're not buying Mahrez. Pogba could be a possibility, but Mahrez is staying at Man City. There's no way Mahrez is leaving City. Cosplay Awesome. It's glorious, LSG and UEFA Madrid lost. # popped bottles. So Cote, obviously, the ban fan happy that teams I hate, both LSG and UEFA Madrid are both out, man. But look, man, Cote Awesome, if you feel that we did you guys a favor, we're happy and we're proud. King Gumbani says, Rudiger is prime Ramos. Rudiger was big. And this was a guy who was sidelined by Frankie Lamps. And look at how critical and how good he's been brought under Tuchel. I told you, hire a prop manager. Rudiger has been huge for Chelsea. Your boy 88 Boss Stop says, you owe me an apology. I told you Tuchel has never lost to a Spanish team in the UCL because he understands them. You called me names. Apologize. Idiot bus stop. All right. Okay. You know what? Because of what happened tonight, I give you an apology. I'm sorry. Okay? I'm sorry. Juju man, your thoughts, bro. Your thoughts.
Oh yeah, it was a great game today. Like I was like you said, Double H. I was impressed with Thomas Tuchel because Chelsea used to be associated with negative football, just defending, sitting back, and just play like the negative Mourinho football. But right now, like that was an entertaining game to watch, and you couldn't believe it was Chelsea. And the one thing too is like the Madrid squad, like it wasn't surprised. They looked tired, and the overall thing is, I think with Madrid, Zidane he overachieved because that squad is tired, but that doesn't take anything away from Chelsea. Chelsea, it completely dominated. Like it wasn't even a close. It was a mismatch, to be honest. Like it could have been 6-0, but and then the other thing with the game is N'Golo Kante. I think I said this years ago, and I'll say it now. Like I think he's an intelligent player. Like he has a high football IQ. Like I saw that he leads in most tackles in Europe, like 2 seasons in a row. So this guy is and blocking passes. So he's
no, because what they'll always do is that because Kante is black and because he's dark skinned and he looks very African, they'll say, "Oh my gosh, this guy's a good runner," and so forth. They will never give him credit for being. This guy is an intelligent footballer who is critical to any football team.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like I was impressed. Like I was impressed with like both legs with Kante, and the other thing is with Madrid. The commentators said it. That's why like I don't know where they go from here because the commentators said like the team like they have a lot of debt. I said last week and I said like they're broke, and like because they even have the stadium renovation. So like I don't know what the next steps they'll do. It'll be tough for them to. It'll be tough, and the players look tired, like you said, Double A. And the other thing from when PSG switched from Tuchel to Pochettino, that has to be one of the biggest downgrades I've seen. Like just based on these two, the semifinals, like Tuchel was impressive. Like it was his tactics that brought Chelsea there. And the one thing though, it's 3 weeks away though, and the one thing about Chelsea though, they need to be more clinical because like you can't miss like that is a big concern.
I'll tell you that, gentlemen. Do you know what? You know what I thought? I thought because I was like, I've seen this story a million times.
Yeah, Madrid scored.
You're gonna miss all these chances. Then in the last few minutes, Real are just gonna get a sucker punch and you're screwed up. So when they're missing those chances, like, oh my lord, it's just gonna happen. Like Real are gonna score. So I was like, because you cannot miss those amounts of chances. Thank the Lord that Real did find a flipping G.
Yeah, and the other thing too is like, I think, look, people say I'm biased, but I think Pulisic needs to start. Like, I think him and Havertz, because Havertz was good. Him and Havertz, because Pulisic creates the easy chances where it's just tapping. Because he like both legs, I thought he created great chances for the players.
So who do you say was the best player for Chelsea tonight? Who was the best player?
Best player? Oh, yeah, that. I mean, I would say N'Golo Kante, because it's just I know he doesn't score goals, but people overlook him. But I say N'Golo Kante. Like I'm not sure like how Chelsea would be without him, but I still stick with N'Golo Kante. Yeah.
Okay, so let me send out this Hangout link, man. So guys, I'm sending this Hangout link right now, man. Send this Hangout link right now so you guys can pop in, man, because we're gonna have a nice long discussion, man. Okay.
Oh, and the one thing Double H you said last point, the one thing you said was the CR7. I don't think Madrid do well with CR7. Even if he's playing, even if he's present.
But they needed an attacking element, though. That's the thing. They were missing a key, proper attacking element. That's the issue. And I think that CR7, you can say what you want. He represents a proper attacking element that they're missing.
But if that was the case, then he would have. True. Like he had a good season, but he wasn't effective against Porto. So I'm not sure how he would be against Chelsea. Like he didn't do that much against Porto. But overall, I'll say it was a good. It was a good game. Good game. It was a good game.
Okay, so let's bring some guys in. So guys, I will keep on trying to change the whole thing around because I want to get in as many people to talk as possible, man. So, but I think it is only fair that I come first to Mr. Eddie, man. Eddie, man, talk to me, bro. Talk to me.
Hey, H, what did we say? You see the name on the screen first. Mendy's top 3, definitely not number 3. Yeah, so put some respect on that guy's name first. But I mean, first things first, he had to be Mason Mount with the killer goal. It just had to be that guy, man. You know, the one guy who the one guy who we've talked about all season and we have got so much hate for. It had to be that guy. So I'm gonna wait for all the media to come out tomorrow and be like, Mount takes Chelsea to CL final. But first things first, respect to Kante. Like what that guy did in this tie in both legs was mad. You want to talk about Luka who? Tony who? What? I didn't see them playing today. Kante dealt with them both like so easily.
Insane. I mean,
it was
Kante. This guy's an insane. Like literally, he's literally the definition of all around. Like he's a guy where this is like an essential piece of kit for any flipping football team.
Nah, for sure. After Kante, I mean, Mendy in that first half was immense. Those saves, my goodness. My goodness, that guy was crazy. You can run through the whole team, but someone else, Rudiger. I mean, we are those proper Chelsea fans that were insulting this guy for being a bully. I will take a bully in the CL final any day of the week. Thank you very much. Give me that bully. I want that bully in my CL final. So look, you can go through the whole team, but people need to put respect on Tuchel's name. Tuchel and Thiago Silva left PSG last year. Or Tuchel got sacked sometime mid-year, come to Chelsea. Again, Roman, I told you that guy wasn't playing. That guy sacked Lampard at the right time and brought in a proper manager. I told you before that.
Imagine if Abramovich cowered to the Chelsea fan pressure and so forth and just kept with this dude. Do you know how critical it was that he sacked him? And as I said, he sacked him just at the right time.
Someone check if Rory is celebrating because I'm pretty sure that guy's not allowed to celebrate this win. That's something we need. He's not allowed. He should be banned from celebrating. He should be in jail if he's celebrating right now. But let's get back on topic. Roman, I mean, doing what he did at the time he'd done it and bringing Tuchel in, the right appointment. Tuchel, people had doubts about this guy and he's coming and he's changed life at Chelsea. And I was saying something just quite a few minutes ago. Look, whether Chelsea win this final or not, it honestly doesn't matter. Obviously, we'll celebrate getting there today. It doesn't matter because the talent on that field today, my goodness. Havertz, did you see that guy against Sergio Ramos? Nah, man, it's different. It's different. But big win for the team today. Big win for the team. And I'm hyped, man. I'm way too hyped. I nearly woke up the house, so we'll see how we go, man.
Let me just take a few more of these jobs and then I'll come to Osasuna, man. So, all right, where are we? All right, Riasa Said, who's obviously near, thank you for the dub, says the decision for PSG to sack Thomas Tuchel has such a seismic effect on world football. I generally believe we would have two difference in the CL final. So two different teams in the CL final. No, look, I said again, stupid. But he was not sacked for football reasons. He was sacked for internal reasons, which is what makes it even dumber. So he was sacked because Leonardo just didn't like him. And I look at the disgraceful performance that PSG puts forth, and Tuchel has now taken Chelsea into a freaking CL final. Like, the poetry is incredible. From Suleiman, thank you for the dub, says, CFC have been so calm with the ball under Tuchel. It's a different team. This is a completely different team from what we saw under Francis. I told you, it's a flipping metamorphosis, bro. From Junior Kondo says, if Thomas Tuchel brings the CL, he's chief Oga. LSG, though. Look, LSG, forget all those guys. Junior, let's just see what happens on May 29th. Because May 29th, everything pop-ups off. So Osasuna, I know this is Osasuna. It says as soon as Timo scores, everyone starts missing. Look, I told you he has an amazing effect on people. But I said again, if that guy had missed that chance, I would have broken my TV. Shane Schubert, thanks for the dub. English media claiming this final for England. Shane, screw them, because only a moron will think that this is a victory for England. This this is a club team filled with foreign players. Like, who created the first goal for Chelsea? A Frenchman, and two Germans. Who scored the solitary goal in the first leg? An American. Okay. Who who scored the 3 goals in both? Who scored the goals for Man City? A Belgian, an Algerian. So what are guys saying? So look, as the English media, they're just someone, not all of them, but a few of them are just very xenophobic patriots merchants. So basically, I mean, screw them. That's why I don't read the
HH. You know what Jamie Carragher said at the end of the game? He said English football, no one can compete with them. Spanish football, like he was saying, Real and Barca want the Super League so bad because they can't compete.
No, wait, look.
Flipping
I'll deal with
idiot.
them. I'll deal with them. Wait. Let me just finish these jobs and I will deal with those guys. So YSK Jackson says, HH say his effing name, Turbo Timo. YSK. Turbo Timo needs to get it done on May 29th. Okay, hashtag May 29th. Okay, hashtag May 29th. But Turbo Timo, thank you for not missing that header from 1 yard out. Promo, thank you for the dub, says Zidane is a brick. Why play 5 at the back the whole game? No, it was 4-3-3, but they just couldn't break through. So he has to change, twist, but they just couldn't break them down.
He tried to outsmart Tuchel and played 5, dude. He tried to outsmart Tuchel. Vinicius played right wing back at the start of the game.
With a 4-3-3. He started with a 4-3-3.
He played Vinicius right wing back. If you go watch it.
Oh wow.
Nacho played the half space.
Well, I think it's like it's obviously changed. So it was maybe 4-3-3 to go forward, then maybe like a back 5 to go back. But that was more similar to how Real played. But the issue was whatever he did and how many times they changed it, they just couldn't break down Chelsea because there were not enough individuals in them for them to say what's up, because Chelsea just closed them down. From Milenko Savic says, thank you for the dub. The Chelsea narrative, revenge for Istanbul, ghost goal. Can Chelsea beat a team from Manchester in a Champions League final? Can Kante cement his legacy as the GOAT of DMs? Durex should sponsor this dude. Oh, damn. No, look, Malenko, man, there are a lot of narratives running, but we just have to wait. We just have to wait and see. I don't want to rush too much into anything. Brand K02 says, HH, check your Twitter DM. All right, I will. And Miguel Rabine says, pray for Arsenal fans. I can't imagine a worse scenario for them. City win a CL before them. Oh, Lord. If Chelsea win, that's 2-1 before Arsenal. Yeah, man. Not looking great for those Arsenal boys, man. So Osasuna, talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Antonio says he wants to go first. He needs to go to work or something.
Oh, okay, sorry, Antonio, go talk to me. Antonio, talk to me.
All right, HH, I'll be quick because I have to work. So, Chelsea played amazing, so good, so fluid. Oh my God, thank you, Chelsea. Thank you for stopping number 14. They just played so good. Kante, he needs to be Chief Kante right now. Kante, he put it down for Chelsea. He held it down and he silenced Kroos and Modric. He played amazing. And I also want to say super sub Pulisic, he was amazing too. As soon as he came on, the Chelsea didn't die down. No. They played even better. And he was creating so many options, and that second goal was amazing. I love that assist, and Real were kind of hurting him a lot. So I do want to say that they were playing pretty dirty, but that's not unusual for them. And I guess another shout out would be, Rudiger. He played pretty good too. I mean, that guy was a beast too, man. I got to be honest, Real, they were really nullified a lot. Like, they really didn't do anything. They had possession, but they didn't really have any good shots on. But like Chelsea, they played great. The only problem was the goals, I think, because in my opinion, the game should have been over way before that. I mean, they should have had at least 4 goals. There were so many chances, but Courtois came up clutch, or Freddy Valverde did. So, I mean, overall, good performance by Chelsea. It's looking good in the final, but, both teams are good. Anything can happen, but, I mean, I'm not going to say who I have a favorite, but, anything could happen in that final. But
anything can happen, bro. Anything can happen, bro.
yeah, but
Anything can happen in the final, bro.
anything can happen because, listen, and you need high-intensity players. You need to have tough players, too, in the final because it's just one game. And both teams know each other. You got Kante, too. You got people on Chelsea that could say what's up and do something, and shout-outs to Turbo Timo for that header. But, man, great performance by Chelsea overall. I mean, they just played amazing and they deserve to be in the final.
All right.
But before I go, you dumb Prem fanboys, this does not mean anything. Stop hating on La Liga, saying it needs to be inducted and that it's trash. It's the best title race right now. Your title race is done and dusted. So shut up about La Liga being trash.
Isn't that the exact same argument that the Prem fans used to use against La Liga?
Like it's so contradicting. Like this doesn't make no sense.
No, I'm not saying that that's the only argument. I'm just saying.
Who gives a shit about the league? It's all about the Champions League, bro.
Okay, who cares? Who cares?
It's all about the Champions League.
Prem
Me and
fans are
HH are in
just.
the final, HH. We're in the final.
Hey, Prem fans are just happy that after the 10 years of dominance from Spain, that it's finally looking like Prem might dominate. But whatever. I just want to say, you dumb Prem fanboys, stop. Anyone who says Frank Lampard's name, shut up. Tuchel's
Okay.
Peace, HH. Congrats.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. All right, Osasuna, talk to me.
The first thing I will say is Sevilla are winning against these dickheads on Sunday. Huh? Easy. This will be such an easy game for Sevilla, and they're going right back to the title race. Right? That Bilbao lost. Hell, Atletico lost to Bilbao. Okay, it's possible. Thomas Tuchel is a genius. I mean, how the hell did he do this? How the hell did he get this team of these guys were playing some garbage football. They didn't look like they were going anywhere. They genuinely looked worse than Arsenal, right? And suddenly they're in a Champions League final. Where the hell did that come from?
Wait. Osuna, they lost to Arsenal under Frank's watch.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't how did this happen? I mean, he's clearly something is with this guy because he's also the first manager to actually get two consecutive finals with two different teams. Huh? So, but here's the problem with beating Chelsea. The way that you beat defensive teams is dribblers. Madrid just don't have dribblers. They have Isco. I don't know, Isco wasn't brought on to make an impact. Isco could actually have done something this game.
No. Basically, it's a combination of, yes, dribblers and guys who can create space to shoot. Look at that chance that Benzema had that Mendy made.
Yeah.
It's simple football 101. Against strong defensive teams, you can't outpass them. Especially a team that's good defensively, you can't just pass. You have to look. An individual has got to take it upon himself to drive through and take a player out of the game. You have to do that because you'll just be passing for 3,000 years.
Yeah, which is why one of the only teams that I actually could see beating Chelsea is ironically PSG because they are all about dribblers, huh? But I mean, City, I genuinely don't know how they'll do, but that's for the future when we do some discussion on the Champions League final. About this game, I think Madrid just got out. It was basically like the Madrid versus Liverpool game, but the roles were reversed. Madrid became Liverpool and Chelsea became Madrid, where it was just total domination. It should have been 4-5-6-0. Huh? Courtois is a crazy goalkeeper. How he kept Madrid in that game. Hell, the save that Valverde made, Courtois had that as well. Huh? Courtois,
well, the Kante chance was actually Valverde blocked it.
I know. Yeah, but even if Valverde didn't block it, he would have still had it. The course of the ball was still going towards the Courtois hand.
No, but see, what I've always said, and this is what I said before, people come, no, Courtois is the best 1v1 keeper in the world. 1v1, he is the best in the world. And he kept Madrid in the game because Chelsea should have been out of sight. They should have been out of sight.
Yeah. I think it's the irony, man. Your reverse juju is something else. First, Chelsea are somehow in this final. Somehow the guys that score the goals are Mount and Werner. The complete irony, and even more ironic, Werner actually looked like a clinical striker today. He actually looked like a damn good player. He looked like Leipzig Werner. And as soon as that happens, he even scored the offside goal. He actually finished that. As soon as he scores, everyone gets the turbo Timo virus, where they are the ones missing chances. Then, like, what is with this
Swear to
team?
God, man.
Like, if everyone is scoring, Werner mixes everything, and if Werner's scoring, everyone else is missing. So I mean, either way, they still managed to get the win because there just was no breaking through that Chelsea defense. These teams look so difficult to beat. I don't know who beats them. Like even Man City, like they already lost to them once. First of all, the Champions League final is this Saturday.
I always have to correct people about that loss. So, Chelsea already beaten Man City. City played a few days prior against Dortmund, and it was a drastically different team. So they played pretty much a second team and rested several key players. So that was not a proper City team that Chelsea beat in that FA Cup semi. So
yeah, but here's the thing: that was pretty much domination as well. Like not domination in terms of like chances created, but the way that football was played, Chelsea pretty much dominated Man City. And with better players, of course, the game would be different. But that means it will just be a more even game. Not that Man City will be favored. So I think we have a very exciting game. I think our real preview of that game will be this Saturday, because that's going to be both teams at full strength going at it. I believe that Sergio Ramos just didn't look fit. He just didn't look like the old player that he was. None of Madrid, they just look totally tired and gassed. I think it's just with all the fixtures coming at them, with the limited. I mean, these guys made zero signings. They made negative signings, because they let players go and didn't sign anyone, and yet they still managed to reach a semi-final. That's pretty good, to be honest. They should never have been here. For the rest, Chelsea, congratulations. Thank God Madrid are not in that final, because I wouldn't know what to do if Zidane somehow won 4 Champions Leagues in 4.5 years of management. Like, there would be no need for the Champions League anymore. And please, Chelsea, for the love of God, don't let Pep win this Champions League. That's all I'm asking. Don't let him do it. I mean,
all right.
Don't let him.
Okay, so before I come to Natsu, let me just get these few dubs before I go to Natsu. So from Daniel Jones Ortega says, biggest LEP stream ever, right? Daniel, there is a long way to go. And I say for me, I think we can't. The LEP streams only happen when he really F's up. And I don't think he can F up in a final. He can just lose a final. I don't think he can just F up in a final. So for me, the LEP streams are over. So all that can happen is Pep getting his third seal. And all that stands in Pep's way of getting a third seal and raising his stake as one of the GOAT managers in club football is your boys Chelsea FC, man. So May 29th is going to be big. Milenko Savic, thank you for the meal. Thank you for the meal, Milenko Savic. Thank you for that meal. Says part 2 narrative. Can Oga Messi, Chief, second coming of Lankard, Mason Mount, prove haters wrong? This is why Mbappe has a poster of him in his bedroom wall. Can Kepa have more European trophies than Arsenal? Jesus Christ. No, look, as I said, look, Mount's his status is rising. His status is rising. And there you go. I'll tell you this right now. If Mount scores the winning goal in the CL final, I'll become white and I'll go to and I'll live in Buckingham Palace. I'll tell you right now. If Mount scores the winning goal that leads Chelsea to winning, I'll change my race to Caucasian. I'll change my race to Caucasian, and then I'll live in Buckingham Palace, man. 100%, man. But yeah, man, don't allow Kepa to get a CL trophy. Especially don't allow Kepa to get a CL trophy for Arsenal. That'll be messed up. And finally, from Uncle Wham, thank you for the dub. Congrats to Chelsea. Another dead English final coming up. Ain't gonna watch it. Already seen the match in the FA Cup and it was crap. Lord in heaven. Lord in heaven. Uncle, all I said, man, is this is not even about entertainment right now. This is about winning. It's about winning. I have never been a fan of. I would have rather faced PSG in the final. So, and I don't like finals with both teams from the same league. But it is what it is. So right now, my focus is not on this being entertaining. It's just let's get that dub. Let's get that win. Nata, talk to me about the game. Talk to me.
Fair play to Chelsea. Chelsea, Chelsea know how to play, bro. Chelsea know how to play. Like that defense, I was watching Real Madrid pass to nothing. Literally, it felt like they were passing to nothing. There was literally no end
Correct.
game.
They were passing to Chelsea players.
Exactly, there was no end game to anything they were doing. Like Hazard did a few flicks and tricks there, but he was ghosting in terms of effectiveness, and end product. Nobody else. Like Vinicius Junior, there was only one moment he had in that in a game. It was when he was at the right wing. I can't remember what it was, but he didn't do anything the whole game. Benzema was their best player again because he had 2 chances which he should have scored. This game would be so much difference after all the chances that you guys missed. Like that could have been so bad for you guys. But but all I'm gonna say is our reverse juju has been so good this Champions League. Like you have been reverse. Like I've been doing the same thing, but you have been doing it in another level, HH. You've been doing another level, and you've made Chelsea go all the way to the final. Mount has come clutch. Werner has come clutch. Because I remember last year when you said you wanted Bayern, and you got slapped. You didn't want Atletico, but you slapped Atletico. Like it doesn't make any sense. But
no. But as I said, Nanta, something's got to give. Because we've both been working overtime with this white magic. Something's going to give May 29th. Something's going to give.
Hey, do you see my AVI? Yeah, do you see it? It's written in the stars for Chelsea. HH. It's written in the stars for HH. So get your whiskey, get your champagne ready. You're gonna have a lep stream. And people that are insecure about La Liga and trying to say La Liga is better. Okay, La Liga is a better league, but where do the big boys play in? That you guys been gassing your teams in? It's the Champions League, and the last 3 years there's going to be 2 Champions League winners from the Premier League. I'm not saying it's a win for English football because you already said that all these players are from France. I don't know where, but so is in Real Madrid. So is it in Barcelona. Not everybody's from Spain. So give credit where it's due and don't be salty because nobody likes to be salty when this stuff happens.
Natsa, just to let you know, if City win this final, you basically own HH's channel.
Undisputed, you clown. Now talk to me about this game, man.
HH, congrats. HH, congratulations. Fully deserved. Unbelievable. The speed at which Chelsea counterattack with Havertz, Pulisic, Werner, it's ridiculous. It reminds me of the old Madrid in 2014. I actually think Chelsea will probably be the next non-Man City team to win a league title, just by the way they play and the young players that you have and the coach that you have. Also, you can horseman the Black Lothar Matthäus. You can do that. Kante, just horseman him already. HH. He's already got a World Cup. He's gonna win it. He might win a CL. Just
low key. Kante might be better than Lothar Matthäus. I will not lie.
I think he could be. Eventually, he could get there. Also,
if he gets the Champions League.
Yeah, if he wins it. Also, I have never seen Mount have a bad game. I'm pretty sure I've watched about 20 Chelsea games by now. Maybe I'm just blind, but I've never seen that guy have a bad game. Maybe it's because he works too hard. So even if his ability on the ball is not too good, he's always reasonably effective. But HH, you need to make a personal 10-minute apology video for Mount after this stream is done. Heartfelt, true apology for
and why
the
do
abuse.
I need to apologize to Mount? Why do I need to apologize to Max Strang? Why?
Because he's your most talented player. I'm not even joking. I'm dead serious, HH. He is
stop this guy, man. Most talent. Stop, man. Most talented
who's better
what?
than Mount on the ball at Chelsea? Okay, Pulisic.
No, you just said most talented player.
Havertz.
You just said most talented player.
Yeah, I would say
Havertz
so.
is the most talented player.
He's not even top 3
yeah,
talent.
It's quite close.
Based on talent, it's freaking Havertz.
No. Mount is more talented than Havertz. We're not having.
Thank you. Yes, yeah.
Oh my days, bro.
No.
Are you serious?
Wait.
Easy.
What are you guys smoking?
He's an amazing player. Anyway,
wait. You see, I don't want to get into a whole argument because this should be a positive day for Chelsea and so forth. But just to keep it clear, just a football 101, if you're talking about talents, Havertz is a guy who can effectively play as a striker, as a support striker, as an attacking midfielder. He's an excellent passer. He can shoot. He's good in the air. Look at that header he almost scored. The amount of things he's able to do, his attributes is amazing. So remember, talent doesn't mean that you can play good at football. That's different. So Mount has performed more consistently than Havertz. But based on just talent, what kinds of things can you do? How many things are you good at?
I agree. Havertz is a beast. Havertz is a beast. I think am I the only one who finds it completely crazy that Chelsea could have 2 Champions League trophies for a club that was allegedly formed in 2003? You would have as many as Juventus, which is just ridiculous to me.
And one less than United.
That's
insane.
Chelsea's building a legacy. They've already lost the final.
Wait, guys, one at a time. So
and one more thing, HH, I have to ask you this very important question. I'll be back. HH, by the way, are we doing the Man City versus PSG as well a few hours later? Or...
Yeah, we are.
Okay, I have to ask you this very important question. Does Turbo Timo have a better Champions League career than R9?
It's funny because he actually jumped the gun, because literally I was trying to find my mouse to basically like throw him out. so he actually did the whole thing.
Thank you.
On the speed you think you're slick. On the speed you think you're slick. That's a very disgusting thing to do, and it's good. So basically, you anticipated my move by throwing your ass out before I threw you out. You sicko. Yes, I talk to me, man. But this can talk to me.
HH, I was listening to your I was watching this video prior to coming on here, and you said it perfectly. It's the most surprising thing is the ease, how easy it was for Chelsea. I feel like, and then one thing that's very shocking to me is how different this team is. This team in this season itself is so there. It's like 2 different teams. I believed in Lampard. I believed that this was a 3-year project. I believe this was a work in project. This team was a work.
Yasin, I want to stop you right there because you've making a good point. And Eddie, I hope you're listening. Frank Lampard opened his mouth and said that this team isn't ready to win anything. Now, this is a 2-year project before they can compete. He said this was a 2-year project to compete. If Tuchel took over this team at the start of this season, they'd have been closer to Man City.
Yes.
And who knows? Even if Chelsea lose to City in the CL final, the way Lampard was talking was that Chelsea could not even dream or sniff of being in the Champions League final. It just goes to show, don't always believe everything that comes out of someone's mouth.
It's absolutely crazy. I didn't see Rudiger being this good. I did not see it. I thought Rudiger. I genuinely believed the way Lampard was going, that Rudiger was the first player to go out of the door, and this guy is unbelievable. I mean, he is literally grown into a world-class player right before our eyes, HA. And the one thing that's so much amazing to me, seeing especially with Rudiger, is he's a leader. He's commanding the defense. Yes, he has Thiago Silva next to him, but even then, it seemed like Rudiger has a more towering figure than Thiago Silva.
No. See, if it was me as a manager, Rudiger would be happy. See, it'd be between Rudiger and Kante, but you could just see that because Kante reminds me of like Lam, where he's like the silent leader. See, Lam didn't talk a lot, but the way he played, he led, similar to Kante. But the leader is Rudiger as a leader of this team. Because you could just see that he is the guy that really commands respect, so he should be captain. Now that's down to me.
And I was telling Eddie and them before. I was watching this game with friends, So it was me and a couple of friends, and one thing I've noticed right away was I was just shocked. Every time I looked at the TV, I see Kante. Wait, wasn't he just there? Why is he here? This guy was everywhere. Every time you looked at the TV, he was there.
No. But see, I want to stop that narrative. Because that is just one part of Kante's game. I'm sure Eddie will agree with this. Because you see, my thing is I don't want the narrative to be, Kante's there. He's at reserve. No. Those goals, Kante was critical to those goals because he's a guy that will always make the right footballing decisions. Similar to De Bruyne, his decision making is amazing. And let's keep it real, man. Sarri needs to be thanked.
Yeah.
Because Sarri is the guy that said, no, I want him to play more football and I want to improve his final third for football skills. But Kante, he's a footballer because Kante can cover, he can intercept, he can tackle, but he can make the right decisions and he knows when the right pass to mark, and he always knows the right play. Having a guy in the final third in critical positions who knows the right play to make. It's just between scoring a goal and not scoring a goal.
And then interesting is Thomas Tuchel. Yeah, one thing I remember vividly clearly is that regardless of, we can say that last season was just a weird season in Champions League. The format was changed. PSG had an easier road. But one thing I was very impressed with that PSG side under Thomas Tuchel was how good they were defensively. Kimpembe and Marquinhos was absolutely phenomenal last season. Thomas Tuchel comes into Chelsea and he makes them good defensively. This team, one thing that's very scary about this Chelsea team is that teams and managers now have to think about how in the world are we going to break this team. That's the thing they have to think about. They have to think about how are we going to score goals against this team. And that in football gives you a psychological edge. Because I remember Chelsea back in the days, it was not the fact that, you were scared about their attacks. Yes, they had Drogba and Lampard, but it's about like how are we going to go through Terry? How are we going to go through Ivanovic? How are we going to go through Matic? This team was not going to give you a sniff. We're not going to give you a sniff. And that in last season under PSG, Thomas Tuchel, that's what he did. Defensively, they were a beast. And he comes to Chelsea, and in 4 months, absolutely transforms Chelsea defensively. And Chelsea actually looked good footballing as well. Chelsea was passing the ball. Like you said, N'Golo Kante destroyed Ramos. I'm sorry, man. Ramos today had a terrible game. I mean, that pass to Havertz was unbelievable. He just opened. It's like, in biblical terms, Moses parted the seas. Yes, it was that. It was unbelievable. And shout out to Mendy. Mendy, man, he had good saves, man. That was 2 saves against Benzema. That was 2 big saves. So, yeah, shout out to Chelsea. The only thing is, I don't care if there's 2 English teams that goes to the final. I really don't care in the footballing term. But the thing is that this will be Chelsea and Man City the 4th time they play against each other this season. Because you guys play against each other this weekend, by the way. So, it's going to be
okay.
One of the things like, I wanted to see something different. But, I mean, all credit to Chelsea, man. And it was just how easy it was at Shake. That's the thing that shocked me most.
So before I come to Mr. Abdul, let me just take these dots before I come to Mr. Abdul. So where are we? From Kevin Higgins, thank you for the dub, Kevin Higgins. Kevin Higgins says, "Bravo, HH, thank you. We will be back next year. Please beat Pep." So Kevin Higgins, obviously a Madrid fan. Rebuild. It is very important for you guys to rebuild. This team, I think, have reached the end of their tenure. They have to revamp. Is that with Zidane? I have no idea. Please beat Pep. Kevin, we'll do our best. We'll do our best because there is so much riding on me. I don't think I'll be able to. I won't. May 28th, I won't sleep. I won't be able to sleep. I don't think I'll be able to actually sleep the day prior to our final. And as I told you, I don't deal well with nerves. So already, I told you, I'm nervous now. I'm already nervous for the final now. So Jay Jokin, because I can't believe like Chelsea are actually in a bloody final. Chelsea somehow, some way are in a flipping bloody final, man. Incredible. Jay Jokin, man, if Chelsea win, are they the biggest club in London? They already are. The fact that they're the only team to win a Champions League means they're already the biggest club in London. You can't tell me Arsenal or Tottenham or West Ham or Charlton or QP are bigger than Chelsea. No, they already are. From King Gambani, thank you for the dub, says that Real Madrid fans rate Vinny because he did stepovers in the favela. King Gambani, relax, chill. And also, King Gambani, I'll keep it real to you. A lot of Madrid fans don't like Vinny. So it isn't mutual. A lot of Madrid fans do not like Vinny, man. But come on, chill, man, chill. From Martin Rosario, thank you for the dub. Turbo Timo, 1 win from surpassing R9's club career. See, okay, why did it have to be negative? This is a celebration. This is positive. And also, Martin, I'm glad you lost $500 because of your mean attitude. I'm happy that you lost $500. But why this attitude? Why this attitude? Why are you bringing such toxicity into what should be a wonderful night? Leave R9 alone. You can praise Timo without putting down R9. Shane Schubert, thank you for the dub. Thank you for the dub. Bottom line, Real Madrid got overhyped because of one game versus Liverpool. I feel that Real Madrid, I think they slightly underestimated Chelsea. And I think that first leg was a shock to their city because they could find no answers in the first leg. And the second leg, when they now go back to their normal formation, they still cannot find any answer. So I don't think it's a thing of them being overhyped because they're so experienced, they can't get overhyped. But I do feel that they maybe sort of underestimated how difficult that Chelsea setup is. That was the key thing. From Morgan's Crag, thank you for the dub, Morgan's Crag. Tuchel made Mainz a German top 5 team over 4 years. Best ever Dortmund season by points. The only manager who took PSG to a CL final, now Chelsea. No, Morgan's man. Tuchel is raising his stock. He's raising his stock. But Morgan's, the thing right now is I think Tuchel, he knows that winning this would be huge because let's keep it real. Those League 1 wins with PSG don't really hold much weight. And he would have been disappointed they didn't win that final. So Tuchel, because that's a really good CV. We look at what Mainz, he was very good for Dortmund. Like because remember, he was the guy who introduced us to the US. He introduced us and brought into the US.
And he won the DFB Pokal with Dortmund.
Yes, I know. Relax. So my thing is that Tuchel is building up a strong CV, but Morgan's he needs this. He needs to win the CL final. Because I think if he wins this, it would really cement his place as a manager who's really on the come up. But yeah, Tuchel's repertoire is amazing. And what you're looking at now? Back-to-back CL finals. But Tuchel doesn't want to be known as, hey, you went to back-to-back CL finals, but you lost both. He doesn't want to be known as, he doesn't want to be the Juventus of managers, i.e. breaking it in CL finals. He does not want that. And from Miss B Nation, they give the dub. HH, I'm a Madrid fan and I don't mind losing, but not the way we did. Our players physically were dead and Zidane messed up with the lineups and approach. You see, my thing is that, is it a case that the Real Madrid guys were physically tired, they were dead, or are we not giving credit for Chelsea? Surely we have to give credit to Chelsea, were defensively very strong and very robust, and Real Madrid just were not able to find the answer to break them down, and they don't have the personnel and the players to break them down. Because you can look good against certain teams, but against certain teams you can't look good. So even if you're fully fit, football is about matchups. And I just feel that maybe this was just a bad matchup for Real Madrid, and they didn't have the players or the personnel to really find the answers for the whole team. So I don't think you can blame Zidane's approach, because what else could he have done to break them down?
Yeah, there's nothing he could have done, HH. Nothing at all.
Really, there wasn't anything.
Okay. So let me bring in Abdul, man. Talk to me, Abdul.
I think today we discovered a food allergy in the in the Chelsea attack, man. Man, those guys, they are allergic to chips. They are allergic to chips.
Wait, how you mean? As in, they're not able to chip the kick.
Big one. Why would they not chip him, man? They could have scored.
It's easier said than done, though. It's
Mount
not
should have chipped. Mount should have chipped.
They should have chipped on more than one occasion, especially Mount. What was Mount doing? Like just blasting it over the bar, like. Man.
He was going for power, clearly.
Yeah.
Abdul, you're supposed to be here. Congratulations, Chelsea, not Salita.
I'm coming.
Exactly.
Let me speak.
Wait. Didn't we beat your rival? So you should be congratulations after we speak.
I know. I'm coming, bro. Give me time. I like to analyze games, and normally when you go up and the opposition, they need to score a goal, like Real Madrid, they need to score a goal today, right? What happens in the last 20 minutes? Especially against a Real Madrid team that needs to score. it's normally just they're peppering a goal, man. You are just conceding cross after cross. Like, you would think you're in a church. That's how many crosses you're conceding. But that didn't happen today. And it's the first time I've seen a team being up on I watch many Real Madrid games because they're my rivals. It's the first time I've seen a team be a goal up on Real Madrid and not allow them to dominate the last 20 minutes. First time ever. I've not seen that before. That midfield that you have, it's unbelievable, man. That midfield was rock solid. It didn't allow them to dominate. Like, they couldn't get past.
So who for you was a standout Chelsea player in your view? Standout Chelsea player.
I can't point the finger on a standout. I think from Jorginho to Kante to everyone, Rudiger, everyone had but it's a team game. Everyone needs to play well if you're gonna be such an experienced side as Real Madrid, man. You know, I'm a Chelsea hater. I hate Chelsea, but I've got to admit, like, I doubted you when you beat Atletico, and again against Porto because it's Porto. But bro, you're the structure in your team. I don't know, bro. Ben Chilwell, how is he playing so good? Like, I thought that guy was a flop on the on the Frank Lampard. Like, what has happened to the team, man? It's crazy. Like, big ups to you guys, and it's interesting, like, how I don't think it's just the manager. I think the players. There's also happened something to the players. Like, they turned off at the end against what's it called, Frank Lampard. No way, like, one manager can turn what was a shit team to this great team, you know?
Oh no. That's precisely what happens. Is if, let's say, just as Jorginho said when he said that Lampard was out of his depth and he lost the dressing room. So if a manager is giving you specific instructions, puts you in a particular formation or setup that doesn't gel well with you, and also he doesn't know how to communicate, it will affect the team. If a new manager comes and he speaks your language, he understands your strengths, he's put you in a stronger position, and he's giving you instructions that you can sort of understand and is in a footballing language that meshes well with you, you will be much more positive. So a manager can have a profound effect on the same set of players. So,
you know, normally I hate on Havertz and Werner. Everyone do on Werner, but especially me on Havertz. And just the attackers in general. Also, Mount, I also hate on him. Like, I'm a real big Chelsea hater. But today, I really saw what they bring to the team other than goals. Like, the fast, intricate play.
No. Havertz had a very... Mount was good. Werner was really good. You're not seeing how talented Havertz is. Remember, Havertz is
You mentioned the off-the-ball movement.
Today, I really noticed, okay, these guys might be fluffing their shots. They're allergic to chips, but bro, they are splitting these guys apart. And, you know, I think a lot of people, they thought, actually, I remember listening to many people predict the Liverpool-Real Madrid game, and many people said Liverpool were going to outrun them, outpower them, but that never happened. You guys outran them. You guys outpowered them. You guys were faster. You were perfect, bro. You were perfect. And I hate to say it because I would love my team to be doing that, but you really invested in the youth. And I thought it was a mistake because you need to find a good balance between youth and experience. But, bro, that front, your attack today, they displayed a very mature performance against a very experienced team, man. And for that, like, big ups to you guys, man. You did amazing. Congratulations.
Wait. Let me bring in your boy.
I'll just say one thing real quick. Do you know Di Matteo was born May 29th?
Okay.
Not a muted mic. And video mic muted.
I'm just saying.
Di Matteo. Wonder talk.
Hello. Right. I just want to say that I want to give a big thank you to the Chelsea board for backing N'Golo Kante after so many rumors and people telling him that he's not good enough, that they should be sold. Clubs coming in with offers. Chelsea just stood their ground and said, "No, we're not selling N'Golo Kante." So I need to give a big shout out to them because he was so vital in this game. He was so vital. And I'm just really, really appreciative of the fact that we have such a player like him because he dominated both legs. He was amazing. Like I was actually fighting back tears when the final whistle blew because I just wanted to cry because I was like, we were actually in the final, the Champions League final after so long, and I did it like I was hella emotional. But anyway, Real Madrid were they played exceptional. They played exceptional. They did what they could, and obviously we still have to give them credit because they did have a lot of injuries this season that affected
But
them.
my thing is because that's what we need to. Is it that Real Madrid played badly? Madrid fans should be disappointed, or Chelsea just played better and just made it difficult for Madrid to even play?
I think regardless, Chelsea were the better team. They played better than Real Madrid. I don't think Real Madrid fans should be upset because let's be real, like I said, the injuries affected them this season. A lot of people wrote them off because of the fact that they didn't sign anybody. They let a lot of players go, and all these injuries were coming in and out. But the fact that they're still in the league race and they made a semi-final, I think Zidane still should get more credit for that. And I still think Zinedine Zidane is still the right manager for Real Madrid. I don't see anyone doing what Zidane did. So for Real Madrid fans, they shouldn't be very upset about this. Yes, it's a loss and it's a big one, but they don't have any reason to be very upset because Chelsea were just a really good team and they played really, really well. Werner was exceptional. I'll give him that. He was exceptional. That's
Exceptional. He was good. Exceptional is a big word. Like exceptional is Kante and Mendy. He was very good, like a lot better than I thought. But exceptional, that's a.
No, I'd rather say Kante was class and Mendy was class. That's why I'm saying I'm kind of putting Mendy and Kante in another level right now because those two were so vital in two legs. Mendy as well was just absolutely unbelievable. The saves were just insane. So that's why I put Werner as exceptional because yes, he did kind of get the goal for us and he did play exceptionally well. Mount was good as well. Havertz was just balling out there. He was just really amazing. And I think we're finally getting to see what he's capable of at this time. Pulisic is just something else. I think he's just whenever it's the season, I think he just starts playing well. I saw them last season. I don't know if it's an American thing because it's apparently with the NBA there's playoffs and then all those guys start playing well. So I think Pulisic has a same effect because towards the end of the season I'm just gonna start pulling up and start playing well. That's just him right now. But yeah, I'm very, very happy. I'm kind of at a loss for words because I'm still trying to process the fact that we are now in the final.
It's huge. No wonder. And now if you notice, once that whistle blew, I was like, wow. This is things have gotten very real. Things have gotten very real. And I think it is hard to really soak in and so forth. But yeah, man, it's flipping huge, man. So before I move on, so Bad Meets Evil. I think if you can hear me in the room, Bad Meets Evil, I need you to be able to connect your device because if you don't connect your device, I can't put you in the room, and you are taking up a space because I need to keep on. I need to create a space for people to come into the room. So you need to be able to connect your device so I can put you in the room. If you don't connect your device, I've got to remove you and then create space for people trying to come in. So you need to connect your device so I can put you into the room, bro. All right, let me just check the dubs and then we'll keep this thing moving. So guys, don't worry. If you want to join in on the discussion, I will keep on trying to create space. I'll keep on trying to create space for you guys, man. All right, where are we at? So from 88 Bus Stop, thank you for the double 88 Bus Stop, who says, I will build a team no one wants to play. Tuchel T. Well, he has built a monster, man. He has built a monster, man. 88 Bus Stop, he has built a monster. Like, this is a tough one. But 88 Bus Stop, I need to keep reiterating this. The job isn't done yet. The job isn't done yet. There is still a final to be played. May 29th, all bets are off. May 29th, all bets are off. And King Abanigan says, Kante, Ballon d'Or if Chelsea win the CL. And Kante man of the match. No, Kante man of the match for sure. And if Chelsea win the CL and if France win the Euros and Kante is a major part of that, then boom. Similar thing with that said with Ruben Diaz. If Ruben Diaz wins the CL for City and he says, what's up at the Euros, I think we're going to put Ruben Diaz in there, man. So we've got to give love for all. So where are we at here, man? I want to come to, let's talk to Mr. Core. Talk to me. Core, talk to me.
Yeah, HH. I think Real Madrid should have gotten a red card. Nacho deserved a red card on Havertz. Also, there was two. Oh my goodness, this is so crazy. How the referee does not see this? There was two penalties on Chelsea. The referee did not call them. One was on Ziyech, and one was on Havertz. I don't know if the referee was blind, but this again proves my point that, you know, La Liga has a lot of teams that just know how to cheat. And, you know, they just cheat to get their way. The referees are for them. And this could have been 5-0 Chelsea instead of 2-0 Chelsea if the referee just gave this call. This is how I see it, you know. And yeah, 2009 is another example. But yeah, what I want to say is Eduardo Mendy, exceptional, amazing. Absolutely some crazy saves from him. They kept Benzema silent, which was really good. And then I also want to give big ups to Kai Havertz. You know, I always say this. It's not only his off the ball movement, but also his composure. His composure is really good. And yeah, congrats, HH. I know the struggle you've been going through, a lot of abuse.
Call the job isn't done yet. Call the job isn't done yet. Call, it ain't over yet.
No, HH. I genuinely,
I don't want to hear any congrats, man. Because
okay.
we have to deal with this dude here. This dude is that we have to deal with this dude come May 29. So the job here, so it's cool, but the champagne is on ice. The champagne is on ice, bro.
Also, I want to say that Tuchel, can we really please say that Tuchel must be the most underrated coach in world football right now? Because, I mean, like, bro, look what this guy did with Mainz and Dortmund. Look what he's doing with, look what he did with the PSG side.
But my thing though is that, can we still call him underrated if he gets to the CL final and lose?
Well, HH, let me say this, okay? Let me say this. How long has it taken Chelsea to make it to a Champions League finals? Almost from what, 2012 to 2021? Bro, and he's brought Chelsea back to the Champions League finals? Like, bro, even if he loses the Champions League finals, like, come on, man. Like, for me, I think he's the most underrated coach.
No. Core. I can't lose a final. Semis, okay. Core. I don't lose.
But HH, you know something? I think the reason why you guys win is because of your experience and your know-how to win finals. You know, you guys know what it takes to win a final in a European night. You understand what I'm trying to say? I think that's going to be the difference between City and Chelsea. That's going to be the difference, you know. But yeah, man.
Pep is only one that they have Pep Guardiola. That's the thing, and Pep is only one final.
Okay, wait. Let me bring in this boy. So, Mr. Turbo Timo, talk to me, bro, about the game. Turbo Timo.
HH, you told me Zard was better than Ronaldo. What did he do today?
Well, 6 years ago, well, 3 or 4 years ago, he was not now. I didn't say it in 2021. I said that 3 or 4 years ago.
In HH, I was watching some old hangouts. Why were you moaning when Kevin De Bruyne was when they was talking about that debate versus Paul Pogba versus Kevin De Bruyne?
What does have to do with that, bro? We're talking about Chelsea.
What the hell? No. Bro, first of all,
Kevin De Bruyne is better than
Timo, first of all, I don't know what De Bruyne proper has to do with anything. We'll deal with City and PSG afterwards, but specifically, pertaining to this whole thing, I still feel that talent-wise, he's like Hazard is still the better player than Cristiano, but performance-wise, he just ain't it. And I even said it before that I don't know what happened to him that preseason and so forth, but the dude just ain't the same dude that he was. He just is not the same dude that he was before whatever kind of strange weird injury that they had, man. So
no, it's not injury. It's whatever jinx he put on Hazard. That's what it is, HH.
Not some whatever jinx he put. It's not some meet the mic. So continue.
But I do have to say this: Manchester City better win that CL final.
Easy.
Relax.
So all because your team lost, you now want City to win, and you want Natsa to be happy. You don't want me to happy. You want Natsa to be happy. What has Natsa done for you that I haven't done for you?
No. I don't want.
Nothing.
Yeah.
HH, you know this could be one of the worst years for you to be a football fan. In the Euros, Ronaldo could win it, and then Manchester City could win the Champions League.
Don't you think I get that? Okay, of course I get what was happening. Okay, so wait. Let me bring in your boy, Professor. Talk to me, man. Chelsea fan, man. Professor, man. So, Professor, first of all, before you answer, so did you take a sick day then?
Yes, I did, and it was worth it. It was worth it because this performance was sublime, absolutely sublime. As I said, we're not there yet. We're 1 foot away from lifting that trophy, but I think from now on we should refer to Kante as the unlocker because he unlocked that Madrid team for those 2 goals, definitely. And Mendy, whoa, did we get a good deal? But you know what I was thinking as well, HH? I was saying that if PSG allows, or if Tuchel wins the Champions League with Chelsea, I think PSG should hold their heads in shame because the 2 guys that they let go, which was Silva and their coach, and they end up coming to Chelsea and winning, I think PSG should hold their heads in shame, every single person, especially that board. So yeah, this was amazing.
It would be a disaster if that happened. It would be a cataclysmic disaster if that happened.
Disaster, and they deserve it, So, and I think for the career that especially Silva had, because I'm a Silva fan, I think he deserves to get that trophy, So yeah, it's a good game. We're not there yet. I don't want to jinx anything, and your reverse psychology has been working excellently. So we'll have to just maintain that, That's what we have to do.
All right, bro. Jamal, talk to me. Talk to me.
Guys, I'm now joining the hangout. So I have to say, guys, Roberto Di Matteo birthday is May the 29th.
Jamal, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. Please, I don't read it. I'm not Disney Plus. I am
HH.
I deal in reality. Now, so meet the mic. Jamal.
Yeah, man. Where's my manners? Let me be polite. I have to say congratulations to HH for making a CL final. Congratulations to Natsa as well as making a CL final. Yeah, man. And guys, fun fact. In this CL final, Chelsea had 26 shots on target. Real Madrid had 5. That is literally Chelsea telling Real Madrid, drop them jaws, and Chelsea clap them cheeks. That is what happened. And this just shows me that how trash Liverpool was this season. Because the ease Chelsea deal with Real Madrid, it was pathetic, man. They really make Kroos and Modric. Modric look like his age today. Modric look like a guy who is 35 gonna retire tomorrow. That is how Modric look today. And guys, put some respect on Chelsea, man. I mean, Kante. Kante was a beast, attacking wise and defensive wise today. He looked good. And guys, they did this without Kovacic, who for me, I feel has been Chelsea's best midfielder, alongside Kante. So yeah, man, you just have to big up Thomas Tuchel and HH, bro. I hope you do not mix up for. I hope you lost the Champions League final, and I hope you lost the FA Cup final.
Thank you for that, Jamal. Thank you for that. Good luck, charm, man. That was beautiful, man. Mr. Heresy, talk to me, Heresy.
Real Madrid. I think Chelsea were the better team. Real Madrid just cannot do anything. Chelsea absolutely closed them down. They tried to cross the ball all the way to Benzema, but look, you got players like Rudiger, Christensen, and other defenders. What's their name?
Thiago Silva.
Thiago Silva that keeps winning the header every bloody time. And the thing is, Real Madrid, they just couldn't able to break through time. Chelsea is just so solid, and they also got a game plan. Every time I watched Real Madrid have the ball, when they attack, it's like they were desperate to cross the ball, and they try to create space, which they struggle to do. And every time Chelsea have the ball in the attack, they seem to be creating a lot more chances. They seem to be a lot more scary. They should have won the game. I think Chelsea. I think they were the better team, and Real Madrid they just couldn't do anything really.
Because that's what we want to know. So, in your view, could Madrid have done more? Did that mess up with the tactics? Could specific players have gone more? Because when we did a poll at halftime, guys said no, Hazard has been the worst player. So, can you put the blame on a particular player not giving more, or was the case that Chelsea just made it very difficult for a Real Madrid side who are just very old?
I think it's just basically a bit of both. Madrid is what they should have done is early on is just play through them, play through the lines, just make it run quickly, run from the behind. They didn't do. They tried to pass the ball, intricate passing, try and pass through the midfield, and then which made Chelsea just sit a little bit deeper and didn't trouble them at all. They didn't. They should have just passed a little bit quicker. They should have just created a massive space, something like that, and they didn't do it. They should have I don't know, maybe they should have started someone like Asensio instead of Eden Hazard or something like that. Maybe it's really a bit of both. I think it's just Zidane could have done anything else. It's also the players. It's just they didn't create it. Okay. They didn't pass it through.
Okay, so let me just hit some of these dubs and then we can talk about Nance's people. From Milinko Savage says, signing of the season is Edouard Mendy, not Diaz. Relax. And I know everybody's hyped and so forth. And Edouard Mendy made some big time saves, but I can still look back and be objective and say that the signing of the season has been Timo Werner. No, I mean, so no, that's Ruben. Easy. Mendy came up big.
Put some respect on his name, man.
Let's keep it real. If Werner had missed that header and Real had gone through, I think that basically you just basically see red on this stream because I'll basically self-harm. You basically see me self-harming.
Remember when we said
live.
Remember when we said the Sterling
chance? So you have to basically call the helpline. We're easy. Let me call easy. RD717. Thank you for the dub. RD717. He says Tuchel couldn't have worked at PSG. Neymar and company refused to press down. This is a great point. This is a great point because see, for Tuchel, you're dealing with something completely different. This is a totally different environment. And why he got sacked was because he was like, no, I'm not the manager here. There's only so much power I have. And when he came to PSG, he had to acquiesce, turn to Neymar. He had to try and get on Neymar's good side because Neymar was always king. But in this Chelsea team, there are no egos here. There isn't a superstar here. It's just merely a team who are looking for guidance after they were led into the Atlantic Ocean by Francis. So he's like, wow. So what I have. So basically, so now I now have proper guidance where guys can listen to me, and everybody is going to listen to what I say, and everybody's going to work hard. So it is. So basically, this is almost similar to what he had at Dortmund, but with better players. So this is like his Dortmund situation, but with better players, where I now can, what I say, they will listen. I don't have to play nice or sidestep, and also as well, I can sub anybody I want because there are no egos here. There is nobody that is untouchable. It's merely just a team. So it is, and that is always a very ideal scenario for any manager. So
LSG.
Well, okay. So we're 135.30, 135.30. So Natsa.
Easy, Nasa. Easy.
Natsa. So I'm going to so first of all, Natsa, I'm sad because see, Natsa, I like clowning people. People like clowning me, also like clowning people, and trust me, whenever you sent a dub, I loved using the whole, we did it. So, and for me, I held onto that with dear life. I was like, you can't talk to me because you've never been to a final. So I always looked forward to your dubs because I could now react to your dubs while I say, but now I can't use that insult. And that's if you do win this, I can't use the ultimate insult of you can't talk to me without a CL trophy. So I am depressed, Natsa, because you might reach a situation that I don't have an insult in the talk to use on you. But let's put that to one side. How impressed were you? So try and be objective as you possibly can. Was that a case of where Pep's tactics just completely nullified PSG? Or, which is what I was saying before, LSG just completely and utterly embarrassed and disgraced themselves on the world stage?
It's funny because I remember the last time HH called me Latta. That's how you know things are getting real.
Wow, those are the days. Those are the days.
I knew the tie was over when Mbappe started smiling in front of the camera, acting some kind of tough boy when the Champions League anthem was going. I knew exactly what was going to happen. They were overconfident, and even when they scored the goal, they were so happy as if they won the whole tie. Like calm down. They needed to calm down. And as soon as the second half came in the first leg, we saw who the better squad is, who the better team is, who has invested more in their managers, in their squad, in their staff, in everything, like everything all together. Because
okay, but what? Because I know what I think about this, but what do you say from people who say in the first leg those were PSG mistakes rather than City goals?
I say screw you, because this is how the Champions League works. Mistakes happen, and you have to capitalize. Plus, we pressured them into making mistakes. Like even remember when Liverpool made that comeback, they pressured Barcelona to make that mistake with a corner kick, the last minute corner kick, because they were so out of it. They were not knowing what the tactics were totally different, and they were surprised about that corner kick by Alexander-Arnold. So it's all in Champions League. It's all about those minor changes. If you make the minor changes and you make the first step, you're in. So I don't want to hear anyone talk to me about PSG lost the semi-final. They didn't lose the semi-final, and it showed in the second leg who knows how to play ball. Our defense was much better than theirs. Although you could say it worked both ways because we had the advantage of the away goal that had to score, but it showed like they have no creative spark. If they're not counter-attacking, they don't know how to break down teams. And Ruben Dias showed why when I was saying currently he's the best centre back in the world, and people were slating me. I was seeing stuff. I never said Laporte was the best defender in the world because I knew he wasn't that good. I said he was one of the best. But when I saw Ruben Dias, what he was doing, like single-handedly, this guy knows how to defend. He knows how to lead. Like he reminded me of these old school defenders. You know those old school defenders that drag up their shots? He's one of those guys. He's one of those guys. No nonsense.
See, I want to save because it's such a good discussion. I want to save the Van Dijk Diaz discussion for like Sunday. So I want to save that because I think
save it after the final.
Really good discussion to have.
After the final.
Save it after the final.
Save it after the final.
I want to say my piece now.
Liverpool fans are going to be like,
let's save it. No, let's save it. Because I think it's such a good one, and there's so many good compelling arguments. I don't want us to save that Sunday but let's just keep it on the game though. Diaz was amazing.
Yeah,
because I said that the amount of blocks that guy made was insane. And I think the reason why this City team is so scary is this might be the best defensive side that Pep has ever had. Because Bayern, okay, they were cool. Barcelona, those guys do not know how to defend. They just kept the ball for a long time. But these guys know how to defend. And City made it difficult. Basically, PSG were doing cross on Inshallah. They were doing cross on Inshallah. So it was a complete and total mess, man. But so just last before I come to the guys. So now, so in your view, I mean, what do you make of PSG? I mean, I want to leave Neymar separately for Sunday, because that's a separate subject for Sunday. But just PSG as a whole, the way they went. I mean, how do you view that nonsense that we just saw?
You know what? PSG, they're not actually that bad, because when was the last time PSG made 2 semi-finals in a row? So you have to give them credit, like because they're like us. They have no European history, and they've come up a level right now where they can compete with the very best, and they showed it. Even though they were worse than us, they showed that they compete with us, and especially in the first leg. So, by the way, I don't want to mention Van Dijk, because every time I mention Van Dijk on my Twitter, HH. Liverpool fans, they are so protective over Van Dijk. So I don't want to mention Van Dijk before the final. Once the final is secured and if we win it, then HH, I will.
No. Guys, did you hear that?
No.
If
we win it. I said
no. Guys, who caught that? But he caught himself. But what did he initially say?
Because
now we've not entered. He said, I had whoop. I said whoop. Yes. So he said when. His initial, so what is in Natsa's head is when. Natsa, I am.
I said when the final comes. If we win it,
no, Natsa, you correctly said, but Natsa, the initial thought in your head was when. Natsa, the initial thought in your head was when. So
in your head as well, HH. In your head as well, HH. You know that Chelsea are going to win the Champions League, HH. You already know. So I don't want to mention VVD, as I said, because I get slated and people hate me for it. So I'm not going to say anything. So you said to me about PSG. PSG, all they need is to invest properly. Once they invest properly, because Danilo Pereira, who the F is this guy? Like, Gay gets a red card, they have to put Danilo Pereira. He's on loan from wherever he is from. I think Lisbon. So I've never heard of this guy until I saw him on FIFA. So this guy is not. So who else? They need to invest in a new left back, because Bakke and Danilo, they're not left backs. First of all, Morris showed them levels yesterday. And they need to get a new right back, because Florenzi is a Roma reject. So all in all, PSG have to invest properly. They can't just invest in 2 major stars. And I'm looking forward to the final. HH is going to be a big one.
29th relax. I don't want to hear anything from you.
It's written in the stars for Chelsea.
Natsa, you've talked enough.
Have you seen that tweet by this guy naming everything aligning? You know, Lampard and I forgot the other manager used to have, that young manager used to have back in 2012 when he got sacked. He was another unexperienced manager that got sacked in 2012. And what happened to Chelsea this year? 2020.
I don't read.
Lampard got sacked.
I don't believe in the stars.
Chelsea had a 34-year-old striker.
Now you're talking of Jujuman. Talk to the PS.
He knows what's happening.
Oh yeah. With the PSG City game. Like first of all, I'll start with PSG. With PSG, I mean, I think I was wrong about Neymar. Like I'm usually not wrong, but I was wrong about Neymar. I don't think.
No, because so guys, for guys who don't know, Jujuman, he's one of the OGs of the football hot and one of the most beloved members. People even love him more than myself. So, and Jujuman has swore by Neymar. And Jujuman has been a Neymarista for a long time.
Yeah.
And Jujuman, that's why I'm so glad you're here, because Jujuman, what do you have to say about that crap that we just saw last night from Neymar? Please tell me.
Yeah, I think I think he doesn't have the discipline to do what it takes. Because people say, oh, he had a decent game, but the one thing is, I saw, like, for example, the first half. It was the first half or second half where he had one chance where he could have passed to Icardi, but he just held the ball and went round and then shot, and it was a corner. I was like, just try. Like, I've seen so many times Neymar do that, where instead of just either making a simple pass he tries to he tries either to shoot or do it himself instead of just making the simple pass. And the other thing is with the dribbling, I think some of it is unnecessary. I mean, you don't need to dribble like if it's not going to lead to anything. So I think some of that is unnecessary. I'm not sure what he was doing, and look, I think it's over. Look, he tried, and the guy it's not it. It's not it. Like he doesn't have it. And with the rest of the PSG team, like Pochettino, like we saw today with Zidane, like even though he was losing 1-0, he made changes. Like 62nd minute, he brought in 2 changes. He just made changes to see if something can happen. With Pochettino, he didn't do that. I think he's a class below Pep. Pep is just a class above Pochettino, and I've heard about Pochettino a lot, but I didn't assess him properly because I don't watch Tottenham games and stuff. But I think after this, I know it's his first season, but after this, I mean, so far I don't rate him highly because his tactics sometimes it's hit or miss. So it was a miss. And with that game, Kimpembe is before this game I thought it was high potential, but it's not it. Madrid, PSG should probably try and get Varane if they can because Kimpembe he's a bench player. And then with Diallo and Barca, that's another weakness. Florenzi improved, but he improved. I'll give him that. Verratti, people give Verratti a tough time. I think he was all right. Like he wasn't. He was he was. I would say he was good. He wasn't bad, like people say. He was good. And with the City team, Ruben Diaz, I was impressed. Like I'll just say what everyone said. I was impressed, and I think the credit goes to most of all Pep Guardiola. Like I think this guy. Look, I insulted the man. I thought he was a fraud, but look, he built this team from the ground up, and his potential. Like he took almost over a decade. Since 2000.
And Judgment, this guy.
Yeah.
If he wins this CL, man, it could be real ugly, man, for how things look, bro.
Yeah, but I think it's good because it's like I would even go as far as to say I think this is probably the best manager since Ferguson in the EPL. Like, because people would say, "Oh my goodness, I'm overreacting," but the way the dominance, like they play with dominance. This is no fluking. Like they don't fluke. They're just dominating. And if you look at this team, like Zinchenko, how many of you guys rate him that high? Like this guy, like look at this team, like Zinchenko, with Stones and Walker. This is people they were not rated that highly. And then you look at Foden. This is team like he's and then Fernandinho. He was amazing. Fernandinho, like that's another player I thought it was amazing. 36 years old.
He played really
36 years old. Like that was a good performance. And then so like with this team Pep made, I think he deserves all the credit. And if he wins, people will call him like they all exaggerate, but I think he deserves the praise, like because he built the team from it pretty much like if you look at the team, like most of it is from scratch. But so he like we doubted him playing with no striker, and he delivered. It worked. That was completely outclassed PSG because it's like it was 4-1 on aggregate, and the one good PSG goal was a set piece. So it was a dominant. It was a dominant performance. So and it's 3 weeks away. And last point was last 2 points is I think De Bruyne is good, and you guys gave your own Ballon d'Or candidates. I think if City does the treble, I nominate that. I say De Bruyne. I know he wasn't good this.
Wait. Over Diaz? De Bruyne over Diaz?
Yeah, he wasn't good this semis, but overall, like I would say De Bruyne. He wasn't good in the semis. Like Diaz won the semis. Like he was amazing, but overall, like I would say, and even like you can say Mahrez, but I say De Bruyne. People say he's overrated, but I think he's a good player. He's a good player. And the last point. I think this, as a neutral fan watching these games, was I think we need more games like this. The whole idea of Super League I thought was really good. Where we need more games like this because this was
because I knew so Jujubal. So you would be in support of a Super League.
Yes, because it's like from a neutral. Because look at how amazing this ties well. Like if we have more of these games, this would be.
Jujuman, what about the fans? What about the heart and soul of football?
Look, it's just it's tough luck. Like we need the we need like these games were amazing. Like we need more of these games. Like it's just I think it's criminal that we get to see these games only like a couple times a year. We need more of these games. Like they were so good to watch. Like from a neutral.
But people will say that. How can you deny like some of these smaller teams a chance of getting into this big league that it is too exclusive and it destroys the heart and soul of football and it destroys for football leagues?
I think they should work harder so that they become better. Because I don't believe in magic. So I think like you work hard, you become better. They should work hard. And the other thing with if these teams that are mid-table, they should play other mid-table teams in the other leagues. Even the bottom teams should play other bottom teams in other leagues. So it won't be like demoralizing, people losing 7-0. So everyone, like you play people at the same level. So it'd be a win-win for everyone. Instead of playing like some teams like just show up to get embarrassed. So it's like yeah, that's why I think like the one point I think they need more games like this. They say 2024 or 2023 for the new Champions League, but they need to make it like maybe next year or 2023 because this was amazing. Like
all facts, man. All facts.
It was amazing.
It's not like you can't see. This is what I was trying to say when the Super League was happening.
All
facts.
My thing is that, Judgman, I wish you were here during that whole Super League week because me and Red, we were abused, hated, and destroyed. Champions League is where things pop off. It's where things pop off. But we were called haters, destroy the football of football. We don't care about football and so forth. So I said, no, this is entertainment. This is what brings people together. It's games like this is what brings people together. But look, so
the last point the village was there. Yeah, but I think the media used people to fight their battle. Like people fought the media's battle. Like because a lot of people would have been in trouble, but
and also man, it's going to happen. That they implemented stupidly. It will happen because people will realize that nobody is turning up for these other games, or nobody likes to see guys beat 5-6-0. People want to see the best play the best. Why is the UFC so successful? Because the very best always fight the very best, and people always turn up, and they always get excited because it's the best versus the best. So how people say, "Oh, we'll get bored about seeing the best," and the best. Shut up!
Yeah,
no, you won't get bored. So people are now bored of the UFC. The UFC has been doing this for how many years? Where the best have always been fighting the best for years now. People are not bored. It's one of the fastest growing sports in the world. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let me bring Mr. Abdullahi, man. Talk to me, man. So first of all, your Chelsea reaction, man. Chelsea reaction. And
blue is the color. Football is the name. We are the champion. Winning is our name. Oh, I'm just happy. I'm happy. It's a very good performance for the
Abdullahi, the job isn't done yet.
I know it's not done yet.
The job is not done yet.
Yeah.
Abdullahi, we can't go to a final and lose. You can't go to a final and lose.
You see this? You see that hysteric of we can't go to a final and lose. We've gotten into it's been a very long journey, and the last time
remember those real Chelsea fans that wanted to keep Lampard. Remember those?
I was the advocate of Lampard getting sacked. I get abused on social media just because I want Lampard to get sacked. I was called so many names, racist name, and everything. That's like, guys, Lampard is not the right manager for Chelsea. Why are you guys doing like this? I see we don't even watch ball for a very long time. So as a fan, I am vindicated because it makes me happy. Like now, finally, we have an owner who understands football. Like my club can't be going to mediocrity. And you want me to? People later say if Lampard go to 20 position, we will support you. What? You're gonna do what? So they need to understand their standards as a team. So it makes me happy. Like
wait. What's it called? All right, Gatlock sends me an Instagram video of a Chelsea fan who said that his proudest day was when the fans fought against the Super League. And he said that day was prouder than when Chelsea won the Champions League in 2012. So he said that he was more prouder that he fought against the Super League than Chelsea winning the Champions League in 2012. Lord in heaven.
I
want to come on.
I'm just happy. I'm happy with the way we've gone today. And if you remember on Sunday, I said the 2-0 Chelsea. You were like, what am I smoking? I was like, easy. You remember I said it. And I think I don't think everybody rates N'Golo Kante very highly. We need to have a conversation about N'Golo Kante. Like the last time I told you, I remember I said it. We need to have a better conversation about N'Golo Kante as a player in terms of legacy. That guy deserves some respect. He's been respected a lot. I keep hearing this thing. Goretzka, Kimmich, how? Ahead of Conte, how? Because I don't get it. You're gonna put in Goretzka, Kimmich ahead of Conte? I don't get that for me. I can take Toni Kroos and Luka Modric. I get that. But Goretzka and Kimmich, where?
Because
So
they
I think
watch one game.
people doesn't rate
Champions League.
Conte a lot. They don't rate Conte, and I think you need to be. It has been disrespected. I need to be giving some props a lot for me as a fan watching
Abdullah, you
Conte.
remember
He was
when
key
we
for
talked?
both goals. Both goals, Kante
Abdullah,
was
you remember when
critical
we
for both of
talked?
those goals.
Yeah, it was key.
Abdullah, you remember when we talked and we said that he needed the CL on your channel?
Mm.
He needs that CL.
Exactly. He needs that CL. If he wins, I think if he wins that CL, we have a better legacy.
Yo, hatred, Abdullah, man. Congrats, bro. Congrats,
thank
bro.
Thank you. Guys, you need to watch my post-match reaction. That was one of the
look at
legendary
hatred, bro.
post-match
Hatred
I've
knows
ever
that,
done.
bro.
And then Hangouts.
Abdullah,
You guys need to watch my China guys.
Abdullah,
I almost fainted on the Hangout. So many chances were missing. Guys, so many chances.
Nah. Congrats, bro. Abdullah, man. Like, you guys were deserving team, man. You guys were deserving, man. Like, let me give some of the things, man, about the Chelsea, man. Chelsea, for me, I mean, N'Golo Kante, bro, the best midfielder in the world football this season, without a shadow of doubt, man. And you cannot talk shit about him. You cannot just call him the running merchant. That's absolutely bullshit, bullcrap. I believe today the chance he created, dribble past Casemiro. What a player, what a midfielder, man. For me, man, like the best player for Chelsea in both the games and difference maker for Chelsea. Without him, Chelsea is not winning this tie. I can give it like in all honesty, man. This guy was the difference maker. Okay, people might say, "Oh, look at the decision making of him in the first leg." Yes, but he rectified his mistake. Look at the ball he gave to Guy Havertz, man. Look at that. Look at the pass, man. Look at decision making. Look at dribbling, man. Everything, man. Ball retention, supplement, everything. Like even defensive, attacking. Oh my God, this guy was so huge and massive for Chelsea, man, in order to win this tie. Other than that, I think so. We have to give props to Eduardo Mondi as well. What a save from Eduardo Mondi, I believe. And if he wouldn't have saved that Benzema shot, Chelsea would have won it down in the first leg, in the first half, right, or second leg. So I think so even he showed up because there was some kind of criticism that like there's no shot has been faced by this guy Eduardo Mondi. So I think so he deserved that, man, as well. Rudiger, insane, immense, man. This guy was like prime, man. This guy looks like a prime. How should I say, prime Baresi, man? The way he used to running, with the ball, and like, oh my God, what an insane, man. And even his delivery, even his defending, his footy IQ, understanding the game, understanding which space should be closed, where to go and press other players. Even Azpilicueta, man, he did a great job on Eden Hazard as well. So he didn't give him a chance, Eden Hazard, to sniff as well. So in my opinion, by the way, H, you need to give respect to Mason Mount. This guy deserve a big fat W as well, man. So and Thomas Tuchel, what a manager, one of the best manager. If he wins Champions League, the best manager in the world. So there's not even an argument with that. Overall, Chelsea deserving team, in my opinion. And I think we should learn from our mistake that we need attackers as well. And I won't blame Zidane because if anyone, any crookhead, if blames Zidane just for this fixture loss, you're dumb, because what he dealt and what he did, that's why Real Madrid is here. And Karim Benzema as well, good. I won't say good game, but I think so he tried his best.
Although, bro, if I can cut you, why did Zidane decide to change his tactics for this Chelsea game, first leg and second leg? Why? This is not how you play normally.
To be honest, yes, I agree. And
so
this is a big question mark.
So why can't we?
I don't know.
Why can't
I got my own theory on that.
Why can't we blame Zidane?
So let
no. The reason we cannot blame. Okay, I know it. There was tactical mistake, but in the first place, to reach semi-final. Wait. To reach semi-final, is not, I won't say achievement, but it's a really big deal. You know what? You say yourself that you are top 4 European teams this season. If you reach semi-final, and I think that's a very big achievement for us.
No, I
And the
get that. I
injuries,
get that. But if this was not Zidane, you wouldn't have said the person can't be blamed. Because obviously you were playing.
Like there's context, bro. You can't just blame Zidane for this sole
Who you
result.
guys
Like
blame them?
the entire season.
Can you listen? Can you listen, please? You can. If this was Pep, you know what you guys will say? You say it's a left stream.
Bro, that's a
You
red
say,
herring, bro. Nobody's making
listen,
that argument right now.
No.
No, you're arguing
Listen.
with yourself, bro. Nobody said that. You said that.
What are you saying? You're saying that
we're
blame
saying that
Zidane
if it
for this
was Pep.
particular
Nobody
game.
said if it was Pep. We're judging Zidane based off of this season.
Can you keep?
Zidane had to deal with 60
geez.
injuries, bro. 60 injuries.
Get the balls now. Get the balls now. Get the balls now.
Let's have some order because I'm going to start meeting
let,
guys.
let me complete, bro.
Muntaha, finish your point.
Let me talk.
Muntaha, finish your point, and then I'll Muntaha finish your point.
Bro, I mean, you can you can blame Zidane in a sense for this tie. Yes, I get that what you mean. Tactically, he was not on spot. Like he completely went out of the thingy, because of, you have to also understand like why he did that. Injuries. And it's not just injuries, bro. We don't have a fully fit squad for an entire season. Someone or somewhere else, someone's getting injured, bro. On top of that, bro, if you see our big games, okay, we haven't been that consistent. I give you that. We haven't been that consistent this season in the league. But all the big games which we won, that's why we are here, man. And Zidane's even tactical plan, decision making against Liverpool, against some of Atalanta as well in the Champions League.
No. But it's one thing I'll say though, which is why you can't relate this with Zidane and Pep. Pep is a guy who, and Pep even admits this, you always have the best players at their peak.
Doesn't make sense.
The best players.
What's the source of the left stream?
No, we can't have guys talking at the same time. We have to let guys talk one-on-one. We'll start meeting guys. We have to let everybody talk. I'm saying that you can't relate this to Pep Guardiola. You can relate this to Pep right now. Because for Zidane and for what people have said, see, Zidane's biggest criticism, or maybe Real Madrid's criticism, is this team needs to be replaced. This team needs new blood. So Zidane, the main reason Zidane is you've been holding on too tightly to a team that is 2-3 years too old. That they're done. That they don't have the physical condition to still be operating at this level. Look at how much younger Chelsea and how they were able to run them. But this isn't a case of where because even if whatever they would have done tactically, that Chelsea defense was not getting broken down by the personnel that Real Madrid had. It just wasn't.
Can I ask you Real fans a question?
Wait. Okay, let me come to Ben and I'll come to you, German. Ben.
Okay, now I'll give my thoughts about the game later, but I think it's very, very biased to say you cannot, because the whole source of the left stream is, oh man, Pep, you've been playing a particular style since then this particular game comes and you change it all. That is one of the major criticisms for the left stream.
Have 60 injuries.
Well, can you keep quiet? Can you keep quiet?
Wait. Let's just one guy. Please let him speak. I'll come with you guys. Let's just speak. Let him speak. So,
like, you do that, then now it comes to Zidane, and now you're saying the injuries were over the season. We're talking about now. This fixture. I mean, if this was Pep, nobody would have cared whether the injuries were over the season. We're talking about now. How many players? The players that played in this fixture could have played the same way they played against Liverpool. They played their way against Liverpool. They controlled the midfield. They didn't play 3-4 and all those nonsense. They tried to match Chelsea. Why? They tried to match Chelsea. If you played, I believe they would have had a better chance if they played their 3 midfielders to control. You put 2 midfielders with this Chelsea team, and you're playing their style. They've been playing this style since Tuchel came in, so they understand the style. You went to match the style, and you played 2 midfielders instead of, if you played your 3 midfielders the way you were doing all the while, you'd have had a better chance.
Ben, you know why you're wrong?
What are you saying?
You know why you're wrong? I'll tell you. Because Zidane didn't first time implemented this back 3. He did it at Atalanta and even against big teams as well in La Liga. So this is not the first time he did. No, wait.
How many times have you played this way this season?
At least 6.
You're the one cutting. You're the one cutting me.
At least 6-7 times. No, but you need to give props to Chelsea as well, man. You need to give props to Chelsea.
I'm coming to that. But I was irritated.
Chelsea played better. They have more determination.
No.
Everything was better than us.
One at a time. So Ben, talk.
I was going to come to Chelsea. I just came in, so I was going to come to Chelsea, but I just came in, and the first time I'm hearing somebody saying, "Well, you cannot blame Zidane at all." No, you can. You can say, "Well, he didn't get it. He didn't get his tactics right for these two games." I mean, he would have given his team a better chance if he played the normal way he was playing. Like I said, if this was Pep, and this is a very valid point, if this was Pep and he changed the way he was playing all the while, HH would be the first person to say Lep. HH would be the first person to say it. So what's the point? Let's be unbiased. Now let me come to Chelsea.
But this is the first time he did, by the way. Pep did multiple times, and he lost in round of 16 and quarterfinals by doing that. Zidane lost in semis, so it's a progression, isn't it?
What's the point? Like, it's the same thing.
No, but it's the same.
Okay, talk about Chelsea because we'll be here for ages. Ben, talk about Chelsea. Talk about Chelsea.
Yeah. So this season, particularly, I'm getting to by what I want to say now. I realized that every prediction I gave, apart from my Barcelona versus PSG, where I was talking from emotion, but every prediction knockout stage was correct. I literally said it in one of the hangouts. I said the final is going to be Chelsea City, and everybody was saying PSG, PSG Madrid, and all that. See, Chelsea, they were quality. I mean, the reason I fancied Chelsea to beat City right from time was because City lost. Sorry, and Chelsea to beat Madrid right from time was because Madrid lost to City last season, and I saw that the way Madrid lost to City, they lost to a team that were tactically better than them. And if you remember when I said that, I said you have to be tactically better to just beat them. You can't go by emotions. You have to just tactically outclass them. And that's why I said Liverpool wouldn't be able to do that because Liverpool is going to capitulate. Because I remember I said I don't think Klopp is such a tactical coach. But Tuchel, I mean, tactically, now I'm not saying tactics is not all about coaching, but tactically, this guy is a very, very good coach when it comes to tactics. Like, see the positioning of these players. See the positioning. These players didn't just become skillful. It's not like let's be frank, it's not like they've improved so much. They just improved in positioning. I mean, that's the major thing. The positioning, they know where to run. Because if you think about it, the finishing they're still not the best in terms of finishing. They're still not the best. It's still the same Mount who's been shining most of the time the way it was in Lampard's time too. So there's really no difference. It's not like the players have become some beautiful players. It's just that this is the effect of coaching, and I knew that he was going to outcoach Zidane the same way Pep did. Like, because if you're a tactical coach, because let's be frank, Zidane tactics, it can motivate you, but tactics is not in top 10 coaches when it comes to tactics. Like imagination, like put these players, think about things, and Tuchel is one of the best that way. So I fancied Chelsea to beat.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Okay.
Go for it, Jamal. Go for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I want to ask this question to you, HH, and all. If Real Madrid finish trophyless this season, do you think it will be a failure, or it will be like, oh well, we had all these injuries, so top four is just enough?
Success. You know why? I'll tell you.
Yeah, no, for me, you still have to just say, despite the injuries and how the players are, you can't call it it will always be a failure for Real Madrid. And I think Perez will always view it as a failure. No matter what happens, Perez will always say Real Madrid can never go through a season trophyless. That's just how he's built it. If you look at it in this specific situation rather than the overall Real Madrid situation, you can't call it a failure based on the players are too old. They need to be revamped. There have been so many injuries, COVID season and so forth. So you can't say that. Like as people have said, I think he is really overachieving because Modric is 35. He's 35, man.
Yep.
That is very old to be playing central midfield, because central midfield is the most physically tasking.
Fernandinho is 36.
Was it?
Fernandinho is 36.
But it's Fernandinho even.
But Fernandinho hasn't played as well as Modric has this season.
Yeah.
For this season, he's not played as well. He's had good games, but he's not played as well as Modric has this season. So,
your agendas are so terrible. Now he's overachieving.
You guys, hold up. Let me do these jobs. Hold up.
What happened to Fernandinho against Chelsea in the FA Cup semi-final?
Wait, guys, hold up.
Okay, Jordan, can you magnify my pick, please?
Wait, guys, hold up. Let me read these jobs and then I'll come to you guys. So, from our dear friend, So from Undisputed, who says Mateus greater than Kante, Kante greater than Keane, Vieira, Makelele, Busquets. Okay, yeah. I can go with that, but Kante's career isn't ended yet.
That's
it's not ended yet,
scary,
and
you know,
he is
if he
still,
wins the CL.
But see,
Yeah,
he's,
yeah,
see,
for sure.
he's still building his legacy. He's still
Yeah.
building his legacy. Remember, he's got a World Cup. Let's see what comes in the seal, and he's got the Euros this summer. So let's now see what is on his rare. Oh, and he has a league title with Leicester City. I don't think
Could he
Matthias
be
ever did
a
that
horseman,
because that is dud. That is dud.
Could he be a horseman, HH?
HH
Could
is
he
quite
be a
strict
horseman?
with horsemen.
Let's see. Let's look at his career, because let's look at his career at the end. Because remember, when you're a horseman, we have to look at you after you've retired. Because the key thing for him is he has a World Cup. Next thing is now is how impactful has he been for his position? Has he been the most definitive in his position? We need to now look at it after his career is finished. So from Milenko Savic, who says, HH, it's too late. You just said that Timo, aka the Timinator, is the signing of the season. I never said that. The Brick Academy elders were watching and almost choked. Milenko Savic, I never said that. Please check the tape. I never said anything as sacrilegious as I never. Undisputed and says Latza is becoming arrogant. He needs to be humbled. He opened his mouth and said when. He caught himself. But I heard when City win.
I did as well.
See, so that guy is very, very dodgy, man. For Milenko Savic,
But if they
again,
win,
says,
that'll be.
so Milenko Savic says that I told you it would take a Mount to beat Zidane. If Chelsea win, LSG must have been to sell. No, okay. So if Chelsea win, then LSG have to now sell fruits in the Lagos market.
Can we get back to that PSG game?
No, we will. And then find it. So from Mbani, because I want to come out to it. Aspi, all together is 7.5 out of 10 performance for his career. Never dips. So no. The beauty about Aspilicueta is he's very consistent. He never dips below a 7, and that is always something to have. Aspilicueta did a number on that. What has it, but just his general defensive play was money, man. So Jamal, talk to me about the PSG game, man. PSG City game, man.
Wait, are we done on the Chelsea Madrid game?
I haven't spoken.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going in now. We're going in.
AJ, before you go, I just want to say a quick point over here, right?
Okay.
Look at the two clubs, man. Look at this. I'm not shitting on this club. I'm just saying, you just look at the example, okay? Klopp, okay? Even Liverpool suffer from injuries. Where are they now? And look at us. We suffer more injuries than Liverpool, man, this season. But look at where are we, bro? You cannot just simply shit on Zidane by saying like, "Oh my God." Okay, you can blame him for this game. I personally believe that. I agree with you. If any of them blame Zidane for this, but look at our players.
He's a target to get blamed at.
Oh
Zidane.
yeah. It's bro. This guy has pretty much still our La Liga title hopes are alive. I'm just saying that. Winning is a different scenario, but I'm trying to tell you is that still our La Liga hope is alive, and we are the teams suffer most injuries in Europe, bro. In top 5 league, you need to understand. This is not joke, man. Anyways, but Chelsea was deserving side, and they should go through. And by the way, HH, mark my words, Chelsea is winning this Champions League, man.
Easy,
Easy. Okay, let me come to Red. Let me come to Red. Talk to me about from the Madrid.
No, it was Jamal's turn actually. Before you guys cut them off for the PSG game.
Okay, Jamal, PSG City.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the people who said City get lucky in the first leg, they don't know football. How are you going to the PSG home and not suffer? Come on, guys, you will suffer if you're gonna play PSG. But for me, Manchester City dominated these 2 legs. They said PSG didn't have a shot on target. In the 25th minute was the last shot on target PSG had in the whole 2 legs. That's crazy. And yeah, man.
Of the first leg.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And yeah, I'll say Diaz was clutch. Mahrez was also good as well. But guys, PSG, man. Come on. That was embarrassing. That had to be the worst performance of a UCL semi I've ever seen in my life. It's either that or Barcelona. Because, guys, did you see that last 10 minutes? PSG they just wanted to break Manchester City player's leg. These guys was diving in. Verratti get a yellow card, and 15 seconds later, he dived in again. Their head was gone. PSG.
And also, because I was watching ESPN FC yesterday,
Yeah.
and they said that Verratti accused the referee of swearing at him.
Yeah.
Why would the referee not swear at you if you're hounding him and probably swearing at him?
They
There has to be
humiliated
an
him
expert
with that
referee.
penalty call when they lied and they said that it was a penalty and it wasn't a penalty and the referee stopped it. Like, I'm pretty sure he's going to get consequences for that from his higher ups for making a mistake like that, especially in a high profile game.
Wait, what kind of mistake did he make? What?
Remember when he
The
called that
penalty.
penalty? Like that
Chenko.
penalty? Yeah, on the Chenko.
And then he looked at VAR.
Yeah, because the PSG players were the ones that pushed him towards it. He didn't call it, but the PSG fans called the fuss, and it was early on in the game. And I think that put a sour taste in his mouth about the PSG team. And but like, that's all on them. Like, that's what happens when you hound the ref. The ref is gonna. It might cause it might affect his decision making.
Yeah, that's what I
Wait, no, back to Jamal.
Yeah, the last time a team lost the head was that. The only game I can remember is, I don't know if you guys can remember, is the Tottenham-Chelsea game when Tottenham needed to win the title. When Hazard scored to win Leicester the title. That was the last game when these guys' head was gone. Guys, did you remember Kimpembe challenge? The Nilo challenge? They are so unprofessional, man. They're very unprofessional. And yeah, man, I wanted PSG to win this time. But after seeing how these guys carry on, nah, man, City deserve it. And yeah, man, I was going to say my thing about VVD, but you said Saturday, so I'll leave it till Saturday. But I want to say something about Mahrez. Yesterday, you said Mahrez in his did better than Salah CL competition. Did you forget what Salah did in 2018? He scored in every knockout round. He scored in the round at 16.
Did he ever come close to the same degree as Mahrez?
Yes.
Yes.
Man City.
Yes, indeed. You're just reactionary. Salah is better than Mahrez.
He scored 2 goals and 2 assists. And while Mahrez was on that pitch against City, what he did? Chip Ederson.
No, for me,
I don't know why you guys are so surprised. It's HH.
What Mahrez did in these 2 legs against PSG, remember, against PSG, specifically what he did in Paris, for me, was more close than what Salah did, in my view.
In HH, one thing I want to
How
say.
about what Salah did against
2 years ago?
City and Roma in 2018?
Yep.
Did you forget about?
No, but like
every round in 2018, every single knockout round.
Salah's 17-18 season is better than Mahrez's entire career.
No, bro. Leicester City, Mahrez's Leicester City season alone is better than anything anyone could ever
Let me
hope to
finish. I want
accomplish.
to end my point. Mahrez is a better player than Salah, and right now he's the best African player. That is fact. But you're high when you're saying that how Mahrez CL campaign is better than Salah. You forget 2018.
No. I never said that.
I just want to say that.
Campaign.
No.
Like
he said it's more clutch. He said it's more clutch.
As a campaign, no. Like that Salah campaign in 17-18 was superior. I just think that. What I said was Mahrez has done more in those 2 legs than Sergio Aguero has done in his entire European career for Man City. That is a fact. So no, I never said that. I always say that I've said that Mahrez is the best African player right now, but I never said that. Mahrez has done more in the CL than no. I never said that. I said no. Mahrez has surpassed what Aguero has done in his entire career. What I said.
Like a message. Okay, cool. Yeah, man.
Okay, what's it called? Red, talk to me.
Yeah. So first off, congrats to Chelsea, man. The better team won. Absolutely played us off the park. Tuchel nailed it. Outdid Zidane, which is like that was my biggest fear because I knew Zidane never beat Tuchel, man. They played like 6 times. Tuchel won 1, and then they drew 5. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they drew 5. So like, I knew Zidane like never really sussed out Tuchel, so he's going in it like he's got a handicap almost. For like the overall the game, like honestly, I'm gonna say this, like Kante, like man, I love this player. Like he's an ace, man. He's a talisman. He's Chelsea's talisman. Nobody give me none of that Mason Mount crap. I love Mason Mount, and he's a very talented player. But bro, Chelsea fans, give Kante his credit, man. This guy does it all. Like the thing is, like Tuchel's tactics would not have worked without N'Golo Kante, because this guy, like he was occupying the middle of the park. What he would do is he'd go up, just disrupt the play for Real Madrid players. He doesn't even have to commit to the tackle completely. Just disrupt the play where they put the pass where other Chelsea players can then press and get that off the loose touch because it's not a proper pass. Like he was, that's why it made him seem like he was everywhere. because he'd go in and then go back to that line, go in and go back. He's constantly going with the ball. Like it's just he dictated. The game was sort of, he forced the game to go around him. You can't get through, you had to go through him. It's not any player could do that. Like that's insanely rare. Like not many players can actually dictate the game that way. And like everything came through him. Like if you look at the goals came from Kante. They didn't come from like somebody is having some insane like threaded through ball like Messi or like KDB. Like sometimes like they'll just do some insane passing, but no, it was just N'Golo Kante's pressure, his presence alone, just by him reading the play, knowing where to run, where to occupy space, following through with the tackle, or just going back and allowing the other player to make the tackle. It was incredible. Like for me as a Madrid fan, how I look at it, obviously I'm disappointed to lose. You always want to win every game you play. Especially like with these players, there's a lot of sentimental value where it kind of like you kind of wish that they would go on and like achieve one great monumental feat before it's all over. But like we all expected this. Like we never expected to make it to the semifinals. Zidane came into the season with no signings at all, like zero. We didn't sign anybody. We actually let players go. We let Hamas go. We let Bale go. We sold Hakimi. We didn't bring anybody. Nobody.
Odegaard, and
Odegaard. We sent him out on loan. Like. In all honesty, the only one that I regret is Gareth Bale. Like, pardon?
Kubo
on the two. Oh, Kubo as well. Like he's on. Like we like the whole squad. Like we literally just got rid of players, and they didn't like the person who has blood on his hand. The person who I really think is a cancer for Real Madrid right now is Florentino Perez, man. Like from the generating revenue, he in long term decisions he's very good, but this team from 2019, he's literally let it suffer. He hasn't really made the signings that we really, really need. Like if Leroy Sané was available for Manchester City, why weren't we available? Right? If Mara is available from Leicester, why weren't we like competing for these signings? Because like these are top signings, or even Salah to Liverpool. Like these are all during that time frame from 2017 till like right now, where we didn't really sign anybody aside from Hazard, Mendy, and Jovic. Like that's our big three signings. The other ones were all under 18 signings in Vinicius, Rodrigo, Odegaard, all these players. Like they weren't really big signings. So that's where I'm kind of frustrated, because like if this team comes into this competition, like it came into these competitions like with no signings, same squad, and we were able to get to semis and we're competing for a La Liga title. Like how can you hate on Zidane? And on top of that, Zidane had 60 injuries. That's a record, by the way. No other season in history in this century has had more than 60 injuries in a season. Like when people tell me like what Zidane's tactics, I'm like, how? Because this is literally our best possible 11. Like this is the best possible 11 we could field. We had no right back. We had to go with a 3 at the back. Our 2 backup right backs are out, and we have our makeshift right back in Vasquez out. Like what do you expect Zidane to do at that point? He had to play 3 at the back. He had to play Vinicius as a right wing back. Like, and the players at the same time, like these players are old and they're exhausted. And the players that have legs, like Vasquez, thanks to Sergio Busquets, his season was ended. He was providing us that little energy to give. Because I think our biggest problem today and why we couldn't break down Chelsea is our lack of options on the in the wide areas, especially on the right flank. Like that's the thing, is we were very one-dimensional because we kept on going down that left flank, right? Like you can't, like we can't keep doing that, because when you have a team that's set up and that's motivated and that's like properly drilled, and they have players like N'Golo Kante, Timo Werner, like Havertz, like Mason Mount that can punish you on the counter, like that you just can't. You have to stretch the play to give the midfielders more space to operate in. Right, and that's one thing Zidane always excelled in when he had Carvajal and Vasquez, and that's what we did against Liverpool, and we were able to like break Liverpool's press against us, even though they have a high energy midfield similar to Chelsea, though they don't have anybody to count Kante's caliber in their midfield. But like I think had we had, let's say, Lucas Vasquez even available, this tie would have been a bit closer. But overall, I think Chelsea deservedly won. They outplayed us. Tuchel outcoached Zidane.
I think if you had Hazard available,
like the only issue is like Hazard. Like bro, the thing is with Hazard is that look, Hazard's a special player. Like he's like the thing is he's a very special player that can change
you let
the
him
game.
go. He was part of the players you let go now at the beginning of the season.
Well, I don't think we should have let him go. I still have massive belief in Hazard.
No.
Hazard. Sorry.
No, I'm saying I think Hazard was part of the players you let go beginning.
Oh yeah. He's a go. Yeah, bro. It's kind of like, bro. We have to take that slang.
Young guy,
if he has suffered enough. Okay, wait. Hold up. Wait. Let me just read some of these jobs. When it gets up with the jobs, man. So, from Mr. Shoga Adeleke, who said, "How can you say it's okay and understandable for Madrid to go trophyless because of age and injuries. Whose fault is that? Stop with the hashtag excuses. Now, this is what I said. I said that Zidane's biggest mistake, and we've even commented about this. Zidane is fiercely loyal. Hence why he allowed Odegaard to go out on loan and other guys to go out on loan. He will not replace these guys who gave him those 3 sales, and he will fully stand by them. And maybe he can be loyal to a fault. So the biggest complaint you can make from Zidane is you need to mix experience with youth. And you needed some younger players in that team to give you something different. So I just think that there was maybe a romantic belief that, hey man, he's won 3 CLs, these guys are experienced, they will go through. But Chelsea just showed that no, this is a different beast that you're facing, and you needed to create a balance between young guys and older guys. Wait, let me just quickly finish these jobs. And then from West, who says, why SK's picture says all you need to know about Fatzad?
Ash.
Like Hazard, we already knew that he was not going to pop off. It's not happened from this season. So all he can hope is for something to happen at the Euros. It's been a disaster. It has been
your fault.
One thing is like I didn't give any excuse.
From ITES, easy from ITES Merchants, who says, thank you for the double ITES Merchants. PSG sacked Thomas Tuchel on Christmas Day, you know.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait.
That was a gift.
Was that on Christmas?
Yep. Around Christmas time it was.
That was a gift. Let's be honest. They gave him money and he went to go and manage a team that will pay attention to him. So
would you sell Hazard? You know, Red, would you sell Hazard if you know you could either get Mbappe or Salah? Would you do it? Would you sell Hazard?
No, I wouldn't. Not like if it means like getting Mbappe, like I wouldn't sell Hazard because like the thing is with Hazard is like he hasn't really gotten a fair chance. Like Hazard is the type of player that once he builds, like he needs that chemistry, time to build up with the team to play.
2 seasons gone. There's no coming.
He was injured. Like end of the day, like it is what it is. I do want to get Mbappe, obviously, but like to sell Hazard, if it means selling Hazard, like it's the same problem. Then we're just getting a winger for a winger. We need another winger on top of Hazard to really unlock Hazard. Like that's the thing is we need more. We don't need less. Like we don't need like for like. This squad is very limited. Like Zidane is playing with academy players in the La Liga. But
because all I'm saying is the last time I see Zad was in Baku. I think he's still there.
Probably, man.
HH, can I talk about Man City PSG real quick just before
go for undisputed.
Sorry. Talking about Man City PSG is our topic now.
Congrats, Man City. Congrats. You spent 1.7 billion, but you finally got here. But they are
they didn't spend 1.7 billion.
It's unbelievable how good they are. As soon as these guys get the lead, the way they just keep the ball and just exhaust teams, the way they defend by keeping the ball, and the way they just exhaust teams, it's so brutal to play against. I remember Real Madrid had the same thing last year at the Etihad, where they just kept the ball, and you couldn't build any kind of attack against them. Foden, I don't think he's English. I think we should check his passport because he doesn't play like he's English. I think he was kidnapped from Brazil at a very early age. Pep, HH, by the way, we need that top 5 managers of all time stream right after the CL final because it's you know the truth, by the way.
Do you really believe that if City win that final, I'm going to conduct a top 5 manager stream? You're out of your freaking mind.
Maybe if they lose.
Are you like PSG?
Very unprofessional. But one more thing. You were way too harsh on Neymar. Way too harsh. He was not that bad, okay? He was really not that bad. He just kept getting fouled.
I wasn't harsh enough. I was holding back.
You called him worse than Fred, okay? No, he kept
getting put him in the Brick Academy.
And the Man City players,
And I meant every word. He's worse than Fred. I meant every word.
He kept getting fouled, and the Man City players don't even get carded. Bernardo Silva kicks him from the back, don't get carded. Fernandinho made like 5-6 fouls. They don't get carded.
It's okay. So can you tell me Can you tell me the logic of trying to dribble through 3 players in your own half?
Oh, he should just pass it to Icardi, and then
Although about Neymar,
guys,
if we're
no, just a quick. So on this, just explain the logic of trying to dribble through 3 players in your own half. Explain
you know what the benefit of that is? It will look really good on his YouTube highlights videos. But I actually have a solution to all this. Okay, guys, it's Pep does this thing called rotational fouling, where he keeps every time a different player kept fouling Neymar, so they wouldn't get carded because they didn't build up fouls consistently. And it's tactical fouling. But guys, I have a way to fix football. I have a plan. What we do to get rid of all this tactical fouling is we need a third card. We need a blue card, a red card, a yellow card, and a blue card. Now let me explain this. I know this sounds crazy.
Blue card do?
No, I'm serious. Like you know, players get yellow cards, and if you get 2 yellow cards, you get a red card. We need a blue card.
Yeah.
Now, if you get 3 blue,
they also make it like orange or something.
No, it needs to be blue.
No. Wait, explain this blue card. Explain the blue card.
Every foul is a blue card, and if you get 3 blue cards, it's a red card and you're out.
No.
Every
That's
foul,
too
it doesn't matter how light it is. It's a blue card.
That's too harsh.
I
blue
don't care
cards
how
to
harsh
get
it
one
is.
yellow
It's killing,
card.
it's
2 blue
killing the
cards,
flow
you
of the
get one
game. All
yellow
this
card.
tactical fouling is killing the flow of the game, and Pep.
Wait. So wait, hold on. So did you say so? Three blue cards means you get
You're
red.
off. Yeah, you're off.
So where does the yellow card fit?
When do you get a yellow?
A blue and a yellow is also off.
Why did you wait? Hold on. So why do you need the blue then?
No, wait, hold on. No,
2
sorry.
blue cards,
2 blue cards.
yellow.
You see, this is
2
why
yellow
they call
cards
you
is off.
undisputed, bro.
No.
Surely you should have
Guys,
thought
I
of
will
this
let you
before
talk and I will take this
Guys,
card.
I've already written a letter. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but I'm writing these letters to UEFA, and I'm explaining everything to these guys.
Bro, I'll
2
never
yellow
elect
cards,
you as
you're
UEFA
off.
president. Never.
2 yellow
Ever.
cards,
At
you're
least
off.
now we know
3
what's
blue
going to
cards,
their
you're
junk
off.
meal.
I'm thinking about
my
adding a
thing
green
about
card.
it is that the beauty about it is, see, for me, I have never been bothered about tactical fouling. There's never been a way where tactical fouling has ever been like, oh man, they need to stop it, because any quality referee will know that. Remember, 90 minutes is a long time. So even if you get every player to do a foul and so much, eventually that guy's going to get that yellow, and then he's now screwed. He needs to be now careful.
No,
now. So
their teams are too smart. They're finding ways to avoid yellow cards by just switching every single time a different player fouls.
But then I'm saying that I've been watching football a long time to know that I've never felt the need that, oh my gosh, these guys are ruining the game with all of these fouls. Because trust me, any referee will know that, even if it's different guys, referee like, no, look, this is getting ridiculous right now. And sometimes we get harsh referees. The harsh referees will be like, oh, it's my remember how many times a guy will go, this is my first offense, I don't give it down, yellow. And that now sets the precedent, because the referees who can allow you to tactical foul, then the referees who are disciplinarians. I'm like, no, I don't want my game to be like this. If you're not trying to do any namely fouls, I'll give you a yellow. Then it changes the dynamic of the game. So it's dependent on the referee you have. Like the South American referees and European referees are both different.
We're killing the whole debate about individuality versus like system robots. We're killing the dribblers with all this tactical fouling. I'm telling you guys.
No. Wait. Let me explain something. Let me explain something to that. Go and watch Ronaldo's goal against Compostela that he scored years ago. Do you know this guy?
Which of the Ronaldo? Which of the
These
guys? Which of the Ronaldos? HH?
R9, obviously.
CR7.
Never ask him
that. Okay. You cannot mention that man's name.
I had a reason for
guys, we can't be speaking at the same time. Like, come on, guys. So this is just a Neymar example. This is my issue with Neymar. Why I can't put him amongst the top of Brazilians, and then I want to come and bring to YSK Jackson. That goal against Ronaldo against Compostela. These guys pulled his shirts. They pulled his shirts. They hacked him. They hit him. They everything. He just kept on going because he was strong and tough. Neymar is a weakling. He's feeble. So any small thing, this guy flies to Krypton. But if you look at a Romario, a Ronaldo, a Dino, these guys are tough and they're physical. So try and foul them. They'll just push you off, hold their shirt. They'll just keep on going because they are tough. Neymar is a weakling.
Skinny.
What's the name of the team you said R9 played?
Compostela.
Spell it.
It can't have anything to do with his size, because Maradona was 5'5",
are you going to keep the same energy when he wins the Copa America?
He's not winning.
Are you going to keep the same energy?
Who is going to win it? I'm going to come to YSK Jackson and so YSK Jackson, talk to me about the PSG City game, bro.
let me. I need to get two formalities out of the way first. First of all, shout out to Infinity. For, shout out to Martin Rosario as well. Shout out to my
shout out
Latino
to
brother.
man.
So basically, another thing is that super chat about the picture of my avatar. I was gonna rip into this dude. I really was gonna go harsh on this dude, but I'm gonna relax. Hold on. But I'm gonna allow this Paella merchant the Euros. I'm gonna see what he does in the Euros, and I'm gonna allow him the Euros. Anyways, I'm gonna quickly touch up on the Chelsea. Is that all right? Have you got?
We actually don't know. Well, good. I will come back to straight. But let me ask you, Red, as a Madrid fan, do you have any issues with this image?
No, like, man, look at the context of the situation. One, Madrid don't hate Chelsea. There's no rivalry at all. The better team won on the day, and we can't be salty about that. Like, when you see Chelsea won, do you see that like they cheated us or anything? No, they beat us. So there's no bad blood there. You can only have yourselves to blame. Second, Hazard spent a decade at Chelsea. These players are like brothers to him.
He's not a Chelsea player anymore.
Pardon? No, he's not. But like, bro, but these are like his little, like, think about it. Mount has been at the academy for how long? That means he's at least known Hazard for the past 10 years. You don't think Hazard's like proud of them or like Rudiger for his boys that he won a Chelsea? No, man. You guys have to understand, like, footballers are human beings. They have relationships. He's happy for his friends.
No, that's cool. It's cool. Right. I'm gonna let you have it. No negativity. I'm here to talk positive with Chelsea. You can see.
No, if you did it to Barca, bro, that's a different story, though.
What?
If you did it to, like, let's say a Barcelona player, that's a different story, right? Like, then that's like,
you'd love that. You'd love that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep it positive, innit? Because I'm even referring to them as Chelsea, and I'm not stuttering either. It was a brilliant performance from Chelsea, and you have to give them full credit. And I think people are being harsh with Zidane. I think it was Red that said it was their best. I think that was their best possible lineup.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the best possible lineup, and I think Zidane tried to. But I think where he got it wrong, he's trying to implement everything all at once, and this is why Zidane's never been tested as a tactician. He's always had these great players around him to will him through these games, and you can see the team is declining, and you can see that in the game. They're slowed down, and there's so much Benzema can do by himself. Benzema was actually hustling in that game. Credit to Benzema. Moving on from that, and by the way, congrats to you as well, HH. The Twitch stream was it was a wholesome moment seeing you celebrate the Timo goal.
What a disgrace.
No, bro, spot on, bro. I just want to say I agree with everything you just said, bro. Spot on. Like, that's a quality.
That goal doesn't count. That's not a goal by SK.
You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Can I just also say, guys, I want, on behalf of everyone on the Football Hut, I want to apologize because I think this is all my fault. I think I have completely overdone juju, reverse psychology. I have completely overdone it to the point where these dudes actually might win the CL. So before it happens on May 29th, on behalf of the whole Football Hut, I want to apologize.
You know what? Actually, this stuff, it's weird because basically, YSK Jackson throughout, I know what he's been doing. Because he's been
wait. You know, Pep and
he's been thinking that
London Blues. Pep and London Blues both in the final.
Wait. So basically, he's also London Blues, but Chelsea. But as he's doing it, Chelsea are slowly going through. So why is my thing is that
you have to stop, bro.
Maybe you need to carry on what you're doing.
It got so bad. It got so bad that Timo scored twice today.
Oh my!
He put the ball in twice. He put the ball in the net twice today. Well, guys, if he had missed that.
Bro? Miss of the
this would have been a very different stream.
Two things. I break the TV, the stream ends, and Timo has to retire. Because there is just like Karius, Timo would never be able to. He can't exist after that. If he had missed that header from that range, you can't exist. Tuchel, you have to sub him off.
Has anyone seen Karius?
I have one thing to add.
Stamford Bridge,
Was that?
Yeah, 88. And you live close to you live in London? Well, close to Stamford Bridge?
Yeah, well, yeah,
guys, we will have seen 88. Going Stamford Bridge and beat the living life out of Timo Werner.
Jamal, what
If that
It's all about. It's all about.
Have you talked about?
me going to the ridge? Because like a voice spoke within me that said, "HH, go to the ridge." I was like, no. It said, "HH, go to the ridge."
Jamal,
It's all about spiritual energy. But you see, I
just have one thing to add that hasn't been mentioned.
Hold on.
One thing.
Go on. Oh, you're gonna speak?
No. Whitescape, continue. Finish up.
So yeah, congrats to Chelsea. Congrats to you as well. It was very nice seeing you celebrate. And also on to PSG real quick. I'm not gonna go deep into Neymar because what I'm gonna say is that dude is simply put, two things about him. One is that he is the definition of, I think I said it in the stream yesterday, he's the definition of talent don't mean nothing in this game.
Yeah.
Talent means nothing in this game. And also, number two, that dude in that game all he was doing was dribble and inshallah. That was all he was doing. I told you, even Neymar is so talented to the point where if he was more effective with what he does, if he was more efficient, this dude could have been something crazy. But
Better
he's
than Messi.
so
Can I say something?
Yeah, go on.
I was just thinking, has anyone any thought that perhaps he doesn't even care? You know, I mean,
Bro, he doesn't, man. You're right. He doesn't.
He just
2017 Neymar does not drop that last 15-minute performance that he did against City. Look at that remontada, right? Like last 5 minutes, they're down like 3 goals, and Neymar played to the whistle. Look at them against Juve, right? Like Neymar was the best player in both legs when they were playing against Juve. There's something that's happened to him recently over the past couple of years where he's essentially become toothless. He's like a rabid dog that's been tamed.
He's the boss right now, so there's nobody over him.
Neymar has.
Wait, guys, I also forgot. I forgot. Bless his soul. Mario Icardi is the worst player on that pitch. This guy was trash.
Cardi B. Shout out to whoever doing that. Cardi B.
Could never be Lukaku. Enter upgraded.
How they allowed him to play 61 minutes is insane. It's insane. But sorry, wait. Why is
let me just finish off real quick. So we're with Neymar. That's one of football's biggest tragedies. That right there. And also with that game, you have to give credit to Pep. As much as we all shit on him, we have to give credit to Pep because
Who's the we all?
And I think you have to give City credit.
Yep.
I addressed Latza as Watsa for the first time yesterday in the stream, which of course I couldn't believe. But yeah, man, listen, the final is gonna be insane. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I again apologize to everyone in the football hut for this happening. This is all my fault. This is all my fault. I never should have started this juju situation with these dudes.
No, well, YSK, or rather, WSK Waxing, man. I should thank you. Obviously, it helps. So Waxing, man. Thanks, thank you.
I'm gonna go to spiritual energy like you now.
One thing I want to mention to you. One thing I want to mention to you, HH.
Between my reverse and your reverse, because I think you're like a double reverse.
No.
Like
I reverse with Juju as well. So to the point where it's like I'm now messing with dark matter now. I'm messing with dark matter.
Wait, what club are you a fan of?
Ask Latza.
Is it United?
It's Man United.
Okay, wait.
Wait. By the way, who asked me that? Who asked me that?
Wait. Hold up. Let me hit these dubs, man, and I want to come to Gatlock, man, who's not spoken yet. So let's see from Mr. Abracadabra. Thank you for the dub. He says Kante should take over Benz of the Chief Oga. Also, HH, you have to do the CL final watch along with Hangouts guys, and I hope Thiago Silva finally wins the CL. See, I think I might have found a way to do it because I believe that if I create a Discord group and I share the screen on Discord, and I can then share.
One thing, HH, that doesn't work if it's to some subscription services. You would have to do it through ill-advised ways, like They're suing people now, so
because I think we have to do something special for the final. So, because trust me, I want Natsa up in that piece. Natsa and some Chelsea fans up in that piece. So, I will try and create something. But it's just that I've got to try and find a way where we can all watch the same feed, and that feed isn't being transmitted, obviously, on Twitch. So that's the whole thing. We just have to find a way for us to watch the same feed and then do that. But yeah, I'll figure it out. Don't worry. I will.
How many goals does City have to be in front before you kick Natsa out of the feed?
One. Once they're one goal in front, I'm banning him for a year.
Here's the thing. I just want to say one quick thing. Just about the Champions League. There has never been a team that's made it to the Champions League final for the first time and won it. Never. In history. So
bro, we don't care about history, man, when it comes to this.
Red. That history means nothing. It means,
you guys believe in Juju, you won't believe in that?
It means nothing. It means
nothing.
Porto.
Hold up.
No, Porto won a European title before.
So from Milinko Savic, who says, people who do 419 with the fake English accents are more convenient than Lema is trying to convince us he's a team player. And look, for Nigerians, I think only Nigerians will understand what he's saying there. And you are right. I totally agree. Lema and team are possibly the two most opposite things in the world. You know, they're the two most opposite things in the world. And also Nigerians doing fake American accents, man. I find that amusing and just quite worrying as well. Because I always hear it whenever I arrive at Murtala Mohammed. Gatlock, talk to me, man.
All right. Give me a sec. Let me get this list down. First of all, we'll try. Let me just quickly talk about them. HS, first of all, you should be thanking me for humbling you last season. Because if I didn't give you that tough love, scarring, whatever you want to call it, your Juju won't have started.
Uncle Gatlock.
So, homeboy, first of all, that's it. And second of all, I don't think some Chelsea fans, okay, now that I'm seeing some of you praise the guy lately, okay, that one is cool, but let's be honest, some of you don't deserve that guy because I remember just a little bad season when he was injured and wasn't even playing. You guys were insulting the dude, saying, "Oh, Kante is overrated. He's been finished since 2018." It's only people I heard defending him was talking tactics with you and Daniel, always saying that he was overused and whatnot. But everybody was saying, I think he's past it. Maybe we should sell him and whatnot. Now, look what happens. Form is temporary, class is permanent, and this dude has class. Let's be honest, he has class. And now, World Cup, okay, I don't want to think if he wins the Euros. Leicester win and Chelsea. Has he won the Premier League with Chelsea?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he has 17.
First season, yeah.
Kante, he defended his title.
Right. In fact, he won it back to back on different
back to back. I remember now. Yeah,
bro, he's a beast.
Oh shit.
No, this guy's going in the
No, bro, he won the World Cup the season after that. The guy went on a winning run. Like, Kante is so underrated. It's ridiculous. Him and Mahrez, I've seen over the past, like...
Bros, relax.
No, relax.
No, you're overrating him. Relax.
No, they're underrated.
No, I'm not saying you're overrating him. Just chill. Let me finish.
We need to round off a point.
Yeah. So, look, I mean, Kante, that guy's a beast. And remember when Homeboy got sacked and I was crying and I told you, shit, man, because I was like, damn it, now these guys have a proper manager. And because, look, when you guys were making noise about the players you had in the beginning of the season, it was annoying because you guys were right. But you guys had some Donkey Kong steering the ship. So, like, nothing was going to happen. But now you actually have a sensible manager. A lot of people say, PSG, blah, 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 what Tuchel did. True, but you need to understand, managing PSG ain't that easy because what that guy wants to do and what those PSG, as we can see, even under Pochettino, ain't going to work out. But so look, for Chelsea, that game could go either way. Sadly, that game could be boring, but like H said, the FA Cup semis. You cannot use that as saying that okay, Chelsea can beat City because they're going to be facing a
They
different
played
team.
Mendy that day. They played Mendy. They played some very funny players
They
that day.
no, who did they even play? Who did they play? Some dude named Sefran or Zach something. As their goalkeeper.
We quickly cut because we need to come to Badminton and SK. So
Yeah, no, sorry, no, that's it for Chelsea. I want to do the PSG one quickly. Now, okay, I'm going to take my L on some of the predictions. I said it was going to be 3-2. I got the 2 right, but I forgot that PSG were donkeys. Now I'm going to take my W on the City defense. I remember back last year when we were doing the preview for City versus Liverpool, and a lot of people were saying that City were not scoring, blah blah blah, this blah blah blah, and I said they are not conceding as much because that Leicester 5-2 put everybody to be like, man, if these guys are not scoring and their defense is rubbish, and I was like, guys, relax, let Diaz chill because these guys did not have a preseason. City did not have a preseason at all. After Lyon's game, the next game was a Premier League game. They had no preseason, so we needed to let these guys chill. Guys were saying Liverpool were going to win the title and blah blah blah. Successful jinx by HH helped Liverpool go to 7th and whatnot. And you see now City have been pumping. Gundogan did his bit in the beginning of the season, but now it's time to win a little bit. Foden is the one stepping up. In the past, Aguero had to be the ones attacking throughout the entire season. You cannot do that. You need some players to step up towards the latter part of the season, in which De Bruyne is doing right now. Beginning of the season was just Gundogan. And maybe Fernando Torres, I think he has 4 goals in Champions League. All that was in the group stage. All those guys showed up back then. Now the big boys are showing up now, like Mahrez. I'm going to get to Mahrez later on. And for PSG, guys, PSG, Lord have mercy. Look, I remember talking about Verratti, arguing with guys like
I know he was going there.
and what's his name? And Ahmed. I remember arguing with these guys, and these guys were telling me, oh, the guy has big game stages. I was like, big game stages in knockout competitions. They were telling me, oh, he did well against Liverpool. I'm like, that was group stage. He did well against Real Madrid. That was group stage.
Let him laugh.
And you believe what they told me? They told me that he did well against Man United 2019. That's why I just got sad. Because that's the team you're actually comparing. He did well against Pereira and the rest. That's the team. That's the example you're giving.
You always ignored his performance against the treble-winning Barcelona in 2015. Every
Which
single
he
time.
lost 5-1. I remember there was a clip where Iniesta ran past him and he left him on the ground. Go check that clip, man.
No. Over 180 minutes, he was a beast. It doesn't matter if he lost 5-1 because his attackers are crap.
You lose 5-1. Well, that's very beastly.
I don't look.
Do you
all I
even
know is
watch
that
the game?
no. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me. Yes, I watched it. If I didn't watch it, how would I bring up that Iniesta topic? Look, bro, I get that. I'm not saying that Verratti was the sole reason they lost. What I'm saying is that I hear people telling me that he's the best, one of the best midfielders of his generation, top 2. I remember a hangout somebody said that, telling me he's one of the best midfielders in the world and whatnot. I'm not saying that the guy is not good. I'm not saying the guy is not good. I'm just saying that you're overrating him to a degree, like comparing him to them Iniesta and the rest, where I can give you a World Cup final, a Champions League final where they perform.
I said based on talent, Iniesta,
If you tell me based on talent,
and he relied on
based on talent,
Puts
based on talent, I get it.
Puts Verratti in Barcelona or Spain, he's winning a seal in the World Cup every year.
No, look, because you see, HH.
I mean, he plays for Italy. HH, you couldn't even get them to the World Cup.
HH, give me a tier 3 player. Give me a tier 3 player who played to his level of tier 3 than giving me a Chief Oga who played a Brick Ace game. Okay? I'm going to be honest here because I had to do a lot of apologizing to the guys who were supporting Verratti for that Barcelona game. Now come and show me the rubbish he did against City. He wasn't the worst player. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that he's rubbish. I'm just saying calling him top 2 defender midfielders of this generation is a bit too much. Okay.
Not even top 2 now.
Yeah, look, relax. I don't want to go into that part here, but that's just it. PSG's mentality is rubbish. Let's be honest. PSG's mentality is rubbish because I've seen teams defend and get frustrated. But the way that all of them were just tackling. In the end of the game, it was rubbish. It was sad because Di Maria. You see, the funny thing is, City actually were getting frustrated themselves. What was his name? Zinchenko. And I think Foden were getting a bit hot-headed. And who calmed them down? De Bruyne, Fernandinho. Those guys were calming them down. The experienced guys who got the red card for City. I mean for PSG. And experienced Di Maria. Exactly. It kind of shows you how the inexperience of that team trickles down. The most level-headed person there, I think, is Marquinhos. Everybody else acts like a child. They act like a child, and that's very sad because I said it. I think you said it yourself in the last round, and I said it as well that a fully strength Bayern Munich beats a fully strength PSG. A lot of people were like, "Nah, that's stupid," and blah blah blah. Yeah,
it happened, and now I'm convinced 100% it happens.
Because
Bayern were one goal away from knocking them out with Choupo-Moting.
With Choupo-Moting up.
Thank you. Because I'm looking at that team and I'm like, look, yeah, okay, maybe PSG's starting level might have more ability than Bayern's, but it's all about mentality.
No, bro. I disagree though because it's matchups. I disagree because it's matchups. Because Bayern would have still played that high line, and PSG would, Mbappe would have still kept running behind.
Yeah, how many chances did Bayern have? If Lewandowski got many of those chances, they would have outscored PSG. Everybody knew about Bayern's high line ever since last year. It's not news.
Yeah.
The problem is,
but this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. City didn't lose.
No, because
can I make my point?
No, because guys haven't spoken at all. So, Gatlock, finish your points so I can come to these two guys who have not spoken yet.
Okay, now 2 more points. First of all, when this guy got signed or loaned at first before he got signed, I thought actually it's a good signing. He's younger, he has so many goals, and if you can ignore his wife's antics, he's a very good player, a very good striker. So I thought, you know what, maybe he can, continue Cavani's issue, legacy, whatever. But how wrong was I? Because Cavani now at 34 is still better than that dude. Because I've never seen anybody pull a Houdini that much in the striking position. That dude, you know how you always say that it's always good to have a striker. First 9 is rubbish and blah, blah, blah. Bro, if there's anybody that made you look so wrong, was Icardi. Now, you should rephrase that and say you should have a striker with a brain. You should always have a striker with a brain, not some dude who is lost in his. Let me not go far. So look, Cavani at 34, let's be honest, is better than Icardi. Now, everybody's talking about Kante. Everybody's talking about Kante, which is, I get it. He's amazing. But bro, we cannot ignore Mahrez. Yes, Mahrez does not have a World Cup, but the dude has an AFCON, man. And I hate to bring up what he did to us, but if that was clutch, that was clutch.
Oh, no, no.
He scored. The guy scored 75% of the goals for City against PSG, man. That guy was money, man.
Okay.
And the two goals. That was sick, man. So we need to put respect. And he won with Leicester.
Okay, wait. Let's move because so before I come to bad medieval, man, let me read these 2 dubs. So from Sam Jovi, who says, thank you for the dub. I don't have a question, just some guilt for freeloading on your stream. Laugh out loud. Freeloading? What do you mean by freeloading? Explain. I don't know what I mean by freeloading. Explain that, Sam Jovi. I'm confused. And from Dak, who says, and I think I already knew this, and I think this is to read. Quick fact check. Dortmund won the CL on their first try.
So did Marseille.
Yeah, so that whole thing of like teams that have not won it on their first
So
try.
did Man City.
So obviously you've seen the future, and Man City maybe the next. But talk to me, bro. Talk to me.
Hey man, yeah. I just touch on what Gatto was saying. Yeah, Mahrez, I think, is criminally underrated, man. He is an ankle breaker without question. You know what I mean? The way he can just, move from side to side is fantastic. Where shall I start, man? Yeah, Chelsea. It was a good performance tonight. Over the 2 legs, yeah, I would say we deserved it. I mean, I would say first 10 to 15 minutes, I wouldn't say worried, but I think Madrid started better than they did in the first game. But then after that, it was actually, turned out to be more of a formality than the first game. Although tonight, I would say, really highlighted the fact that we are pretty much impotent FC in terms of, our ability to convert. And as a result, we have to get a striker of some sort, because as people have pointed out, I don't see Manchester City providing us with those opportunities. I mean, you think a lot of our, situations that we got into, as a result of, the work of Kante, etc. I mean, his ability to nick the ball, etc. I mean, if you're a centre midfielder and you know that you're coming up against him and you're receiving the ball, I mean, you must be panicking because you don't know where, he can come out from nowhere and just pop in front of you. But, I mean, overall, we deserved it, and looking forward to the final, but very, very, cautious. PSG, Manchester City. I mean, yeah, again, the better team won without question overall, and I think people were saying it yesterday. It's a case of individuals versus a team. I think, like you said, yeah. I mean, individuals that have been coached properly and have discipline and come together, will I think could rise, but without that, a team thrives without question. And Man City, arguably, I would say second best team that I've seen with regards to being able to keep the ball. Probably first being, prime Barcelona with, Pep 09 to 12, etc. But man, it's going to be interesting final. There needs to be something special from UHH if we, do the unthinkable. Maybe a glass.
Easy. Don't overestimate.
Did you call Man City the second best team you've ever seen?
No. I said in terms of their ability to keep the ball. No.
The ball.
Oh,
ability to keep the ball.
Yeah,
so I didn't. No. Just based off of their ability to keep the ball. Yeah, man. So cool. Yeah, that's me, man. And also, actually, touch on Neymar as well. Like people have said, he is extremely frustrating. But I think a lot of it. I don't think he cares that much with regards to, and you could say the same extent.
Yeah. He has a deal with Fortnite, bro. So
Okay, I'm confused. I'm confused. A lot of people are saying he doesn't care. Was it not just last year when you guys were saying he cares because he was crying?
Now I'm saying.
In fact, they said they cared too much.
I mean,
continue.
No, so I mean, in terms of, let's say, for example, yesterday on the pitch, he didn't seem to care that much to me, anyway, in terms of, his, like I say, his decision making, etc. Some of the things. I mean, like I say, I mean, in terms of overall, if you think about it, a lot of Brazilians, you could argue that they come from their background and they're very talented. They want to get into football to lift themselves out of their negative financial situation that they're in, and then once they're there, perhaps they may not care to even fulfill their potential. I mean, you could argue Ronaldinho to a certain extent, not trying to compare him in terms of the extent to which he did it, maybe compared to Neymar, but you could argue he didn't fulfill his full potential in terms of he let himself go to a certain extent. But that's what I mean in terms of with his talent, like people have said, he could have gone further.
Okay. So rounders of SKFC, man. Rounders of SKFC.
So I just want to say that this game, the Chelsea game, really showcases the pros of having a manager that's willing to adapt as the game is going on. Because the first 15 minutes of that game, Real Madrid were dominating in terms of possession, but Chelsea were just focusing on trying not to concede, but they weren't really trying to come out to counterattack of any kind. And as you can see, like there was a contrast in the way Chelsea began that first half, and even the way the first half ended. Because after about 25 minutes, they started getting more in counterattacks, and they started creating chances. And obviously, after Timo scored that goal, the second half was just more of the same. and it was just kind of frustrating because they were unable to finish their chances. And I wasn't sure if when I was watching the game if it was going to turn into one of those situations where Madrid just pull a 2014 and just score in the last moment and just ride the momentum out. Also on the PSG game, what I'd say to that one is that this is now this is not as much of a surprise when you kind of look at the profile of manager that Poch is, because even when he was at Tottenham, he a lot of his teams were pretty much just relying on Harry Kane and Heung-min Son, and because they were by far and away the two best players on that team, and it's essentially just kind of in terms of that kind of player dynamic. Obviously, the PSG is not the same team, but in that player dynamic, Mbappe and Neymar is just doing the same thing in that sense. And as for the final, HH, I know you're a self-proclaimed narrative merchant, but the amount of narratives in this final is insane. Tuchel and Pep and the Bundesliga. Tuchel's only beaten Pep like once. The fact that Pep has a storied history with Chelsea in terms of 2009, 2012. Thiago Silva wants to avenge his Champions League final loss. Leicester City, two of the three players that carried them in that title-winning season, playing on the opposite ends of the teams. Me being a Premier League merchant, I'm going to talk a lot of shit about Premier League teams making the final. There's just a lot of narrative.
De Bruyne v Pogba as well.
For what?
Pogba.
De Bruyne v Pogba.
No. I mean, if De Bruyne bowls and wins this, that's
Pogba is done.
Fair, but I was just referring to I was referring more to like the narratives of the parties in the final. So De Bruyne versus Chelsea too. Chelsea let him go and all that. So yeah, and also I just one last thing specifically Eden Hazard. If Chelsea wins this final, as much as I like Eden Hazard, his Chelsea legacy is going to take a hit. I'm going to be very honest. Just
Mount's greater than Hazard.
Not even because that's what I think, but just the optics of it is just going to look really bad. Chelsea won the Champions League before you came. A year after you leave, they won another one. It's just going to look bad.
Bro,
SKFC,
the only thing HH is looking forward to in this final is the Serie.
So from promo, who says England must build the team around Mount, Foden, and Grealish. The issue with this is from the Euros, who is the manager of England? The manager of England is a clown who lives based off of vibes. Right. So the fact of the matter is that the dude is unseasoned and so forth, and it's because of his tutelage they're going nowhere. Now, a smart man, you have some quality players to pick from. Also, you didn't even mention Sancho. But the issue is that you can have all that quality in the world. If they're playing unseasoned garbage football, then what's the point?
Can I quickly say something about Foden?
Okay, why is it? Talk to me.
Phil Foden, man. I don't think I've ever seen it. I don't think I've ever enjoyed watching a City player play as much as I've enjoyed watching Foden.
More than David Silva?
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, Torre.
I'd say more than Torre. More than Torre, yeah.
No, but David Silva wasn't very enjoyable to watch. Let's be frank.
I'm not here to compare, but what I was going to say was, I hope, in my opinion, I know they played in different positions, but in terms of like the hype or the talent, I think Rooney at that sort of age was a better player than Foden. Like I think on your eye test, Rooney is higher than Foden.
HH never liked Rooney, so.
But what I hope doesn't happen is the same situation that happened to Rooney, where I feel like Rooney never lived up to that. Like he built a decent legacy, but
they
I don't
called
think
him the White Pele. He was introduced as the White Pele.
Yeah, I don't think he ever lived up to that, and I hope that doesn't happen to Foden. And that's come down so much to how the national team treats him.
I think Mount will be
my thing is that look, see, the issue is that, especially from living in England, is English people, they'll never change. They will always be arrogant. Look, they call themselves Great Britain and they're a freaking island. So they'll never change. So already right now, the narrative is the English Maradona against the English Pele. So Mount against Foden, the two greatest players of all time. This is the future of football. These guys will surpass Maradona and Pele. So it's already been written because the English guys, they can't help themselves. They can't help themselves. So they have. So my thing is, my advice for Foden specifically. See, Mount, good quality player. But see, remember Foden, he balled at a World Cup. Even if it was a World Cup for his age group, that shows that he's of a certain quality when you're balling against the very best players of a different world. See, Mount, you're just known of balling in the club game, but Foden balled at a World Cup for his age group, which is a different quality, which is what Messi did when he balled in the under 21s. So if I was advising Foden, ignore English media. Don't even involve yourself in any of that sponsorship crap and everything, because that will just mess up your brain. Focus on your football. Do you? And then that was the best that you could do, because if you play too much into the media, they will ruin you. They will ruin you. You know. So Jujuman real quick. Wait. So Jujuman, I know it is still a long way to go and so forth. There's still many weeks to go. But when you just look at City and Chelsea, what are your very general early thoughts that this is our final?
I think for City, I think Riyad Mahrez. Someone highlighted it at the beginning of the hangout. They said the one thing that can be difficult for this Chelsea team is dribblers, and I think Riyad Mahrez will probably be the most important player for City in that final. I think he like if he has a good game, City will probably win. If he doesn't, I mean, it'll be tough, because the one thing with this Chelsea team is they're disciplined defensively. Like, they're well coached, they're disciplined, and breaking them is tough. So it's like I think Riyad Mahrez will be key. And then for Chelsea, they have to be clinical. Like, if they miss those chances like that, they're not going to win. Like, even if because you cannot miss those. I mean, because we know with finals is like you get one shot, like with that are tight, you get one shot and that's it. If you miss, that can be it. That can make the whole difference. So like looking forward, if I pick from now, I mean, a lot can change in 3 months because of injuries, and like a lot can change. But I mean, right now, who I'm picking to win the Champions League, I would say, I mean, the matchup benefits Chelsea, but I think, I'll say City. I think City will win this.
Yeah,
you're saying City are gonna F up the dream, Jujuman.
I think. I mean, it's no guarantee.
Jujuman, why would you do that? Why would you say that to me? Why?
No, because it's because Champions League, we know it's about moments, and City can have Chelsea can have the moment where they just go and then they can defend. But with this City team, I think they have too many weapons. Yeah, they have too many weapons, and I think what's it called? This would be. Yeah, I mean, it's tough to call, but I would give a slight edge to City, but it's tough to call. I mean, a lot can change, but like looking back, because plus it just like with City, I think it just the confidence they have. They control the game. Plus now they don't have what was the Laporte in defense to give free goals like he did against Tottenham. They don't have that, so. I think that's why I give them the edge. Plus, like who knows? Like Raheem Sterling can play good at start. Who knows? Like because there's so many weapons they have. We don't even know who will start in that City team.
So look. I need to just pop off now because I actually need to wake up a bit early tomorrow. So guys, look, basically, it is what it is, and so obviously we'll be building up, and so forth. Of course, we'll talk more about this on Saturday and Sunday because I definitely want to talk about the whole Diaz versus Van Dijk, and I want us to do a key expert because we have to now address Neymar's legacy. So I want to talk about Neymar's legacy and the whole specifically in the weekend. Jamal, what's up?
Yeah, I just want you to make a promise to us that even if Chelsea get lubricated in the final, you will do a post-match stream. So can you make that final, please?
Jamal,
and I feel the final.
We're still waiting for 2017.
No. See, Jamal, here's the thing. If Chelsea lose straight, it'll be difficult. Yeah. If there's a refereeing decision, I'm not doing a post-match stream. If it was like a weird decision or something, no way.
Yeah.
If
And quick, the final
if it's a total beats down, it'll be
Hmm.
like a 10 minutes rant, and then I'm out.
Yeah.
So,
And quick, guys, the finals
well,
for the European League. What you guys saying? Villarreal? I say Villarreal, Manchester United.
Yeah.
How about you guys?
yes, Villarreal, no, for me,
Yes, but
and United will win.
from-
If
You go
United
first, huh?
don't win, Ole needs to be jailed. Guys, look, I need to roll. So guys, peace out. Stay true,
Peace.
and I'll see you on Saturday, guys. Peace.